KegCast number 157. Live betting the Friday night card. Start of another weekend, man. The weekend. Week 1 of the NFL season was a shit show last night. Hopefully Sunday is better. We got college football games tonight. We got week 2, the second Saturday in college football tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we got Fightcast number 25 live from Abu Dhabi. Khabib Nurmagomedov trying to go for 28-0 against Dustin Poirier. That's going to kick off at 10 o'clock in the morning. I will be on. I did not sleep last night, like at all. Had articles to write. I sent out 11 picks to clients, 5 college football plays, 6 NFL plays. We're stacked, racked, and ready to go. We got 8 baseball games live right now. We got 3 muffball games live right now. We got Nadal trying to get to the final of the U.S. Open right now. 8 p.m. We got Wake Forest and Rice. We got a shit ton of shit to do tonight. And I still have fight tape to watch for tomorrow morning. I'm not going to lie. You can't imagine the shit I've done since Monday. It's a lot. Jay, when are we going to hit a 3-team moneyline parlay on NCAA and MMA on Saturday? Well, Viral, we have our first opportunity to do that tomorrow, my friend. Chef Mike in the house, Alex Ramirez, Rich, Viral, Viper, EJV, Ronnie Lofton, D-Money in the house, Slammy, Mr. Maxwell Smart. Only 20 heads in here right now. It's Friday night. We'll fill up. So, games going live right now. Cincinnati Reds up 1-0, bottom of the first against the Arizona Diamondbacks. No score. Kansas City and Miami, second inning. We got the rivalry, the only rivalry that matters in Major League Baseball. Boston hosts the New York Yankees. No score in the second inning. We got the Mets and Phillies. No score in the second inning. The St. Louis Cardinals up 2-0 right now on the road in Pittsburgh. Baltimore and Texas tied at 1 in the second inning. Tampa Bay up 1-0 against Toronto in the second inning. And no score first inning of the Nats and Braves game. To muffball we go. Washington Mystics up 33-17 right now. At home, 8 minutes left in the second quarter against the Wings. Live line 22.5, 165. New York Liberty up 5 right now against the Indiana Fever. Second quarter, 7 minutes left there. And the Connecticut Sun and Chicago Sky just tip off. -6, -1, under 174.5. So that's where we sit. We got the Montreal Alouettes playing the BC Lions right now. Maxwell Smart says, go Montreal. And that's it, man. Polo, what's up? David, what's good, my friend? Sean Watson, you better give me a fucking soccer winner tonight. We have golf going. I did not even handicap anything. I mean, I don't know. I assume people are going to join me, but whatever. Chef Mike says USA, Mexico about to kick off. Chef Mike, give me a winner, bro. What are we doing here? Sean says Brazil -1 at 8:30. Well, there's one short kid in Toronto that's always got my back, Mr. Maxwell Smart.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Keggers?
You going to work tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to work tonight. That's why I
You
got
going
this belt. I'm not going to wrap it around my throat and hang myself with it. Did you?
Are we really are we really going to do a doubleheader and work tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. Of course I am. I got a fucking 12 o'clock game, a 3 o'clock game, and then work.
We got a fight cast in Abu
Yeah,
Dhabi,
but it's the
and
dude that I don't
I'm
like.
gonna be fucking Maxwell Smartless. Jesus Christ!
Well, listen, bud, frig. It's not my fault that they fight at freaking non-North American times.
I can't argue that. It's getting annoying.
Like, unfortunately, like we're the ones that are betting the most in the world, so it should be on our timeline.
Max, have you made any wagers tonight?
Yeah, I was in the live chat saying Alouettes -5.5.
Has that game started?
Yeah, it started. It's like 2 minutes in, and the BC Lions just got a first down.
I could get Montreal right now -5, -110.
Yeah, I would take it. I took 5.5, and the number was at 7. So I said any time that it went lower than 7, I was going to jump on Montreal. So
Uh, Chef Mike says Brazil never shows up to friendlies.
I like Brazil and FIBA basketball tomorrow. Did you bet the Nigeria game?
I don't know. I bet 2 nights ago I bet 2 games.
Yeah, you bet China and Nigeria that night. Third and inches. Oh, they got the first. Fuck.
Um,
Yeah, no, Nigeria, if you bet the closing line, you lost. If you bet the opening line, you won by the skin of your teeth.
I got about 5 hours of fight tape left to watch after I get off tonight. So I'll send you whatever plays I make for the UFC. Plus, you have Dave's card.
You just cut out.
Man, my allergies are fucking me up.
Is Rich being sarcastic and my mic isn't crystal clear?
No, you sound perfect.
Oh, okay.
What time you got to leave to go to work?
I'm out of here in an hour, so I'm gonna chill till like 8:30 ish.
Oh, that's I'll take that.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this Alouettes game, I think there's gonna be a lot of scoring. The number went down to 49, but I think it's going over 49. I think both these teams are gonna march up and down the field on each other at least in one of the halves.
Oh, USA Mexico friendly is at MetLife. That's about 8 minutes from my house.
Mm.
So is your girl going to get the job done at plus 240?
I'll be betting on her. She's made me enough money already in the tournament that I can throw a unit on her in support.
I don't know what to do. Like Serena's like, I thought she'd be a bigger favorite. Yeah, I mean, your girl has been spectacular in the tournament.
Yeah, but my girl, she's been spectacular over the last year. She came out of nowhere. She's played in minimal tournaments.
19 years old, too.
She is just a really smart tennis player. She's not thinking 3 shots ahead. She's thinking about that shot. She has so much variety in different weapons that she can use. Serena's brunt force and power is her best asset now. Agility wise, if she takes her side to side or like shallow and deep, she can really have a chance to beat her. But
she doesn't look bad in a bikini either.
Oh, did you see the picture that
I saw it? Yeah, I think you tagged me in there. Somebody did.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's her game plan to get Serena running? Just running, tire her out?
See, I have faith in her coming back for like when she's playing with adversity, you know? When Bianca's down in, sack, boom. Boom, big sack. Go Montreal.
Does Serena take the first set?
I think Serena takes the first set.
And then she comes back and wins too. She's no Rapinoe. How dare you, Aaron?
Okay, that's fair enough.
She is hotter than Rapinoe, man. My God.
Everybody has their own taste.
So I'm tempted to take the 20 with Rice. Is that crazy?
I think so.
Think that's crazy? You think Wake shits all over him?
I would hope so.
Are you on Wake?
No, I'm not. I'm not on any of the college football. I was considering getting on Virginia over 51 or 52. I can't remember which it was against William and Mary on the extra games, but I laid off.
I sent you all my college NFL plays and the power ratings.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
I've already bet your 2 plays that you sent me earlier in the week that already moved. So
yeah.
Aaron Sutton says that that's not crazy, and he did take Rice. So did Gerardo.
Oh, really? So you guys
and Chris Tate's on them also.
Yeah, man. I can get them at 20.5 right now, which is it's tempting.
Yeah, I think that you're better off playing something on the first half that you can cash out in the second half if it starts to get ballooning up.
Or wait to get a live number. Like if Wake goes up 2 touchdowns, that number is going to be like 31.
Why did Ant come in and come out? Where is he?
What's going on, Larson?
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
What's up, Ant?
What's up, bro?
I actually just got done. Okay, so I spent like 4 hours today in a truck going back and forth from Norfolk, Nebraska, which is like 2 hours from Omaha. So it's a pretty long haul I had to do. But what that meant is I had plenty of time to listen to the new Tool album 4 different times.
I've only heard that one song that you sent me initially. I didn't know that the whole album's out.
Yeah, you can go on Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, any of those streaming stations, and just type it in and listen to the album. Right now, I don't know what I liked best. I don't know if Fear Inoculum's the best song, or if Tempest is the best song, or if Invincible is the best song, or if My Name for the Day is the best song. Because
so basically, you're not sure if every song on the album is the best song.
Dude, it is Numa is probably their new masterpiece.
Well, I will fucking let you know when I listen to it. Speaking of Nebraska,
listen to it? You don't listen to Tool, Jay.
You experience it?
Yeah, when you experience.
All right. Well, you settle the fuck down. I will listen to it.
I'm sorry. I'm on a Tool high right now.
To it tonight.
I've been listening to the album for 5 fucking hours today, so I'm on a Tool high at the moment.
I will experience. I will experience the album tonight while I'm watching Fight Tape.
Yeah, I know. Eric was listening to it the other day, and he posted in our chat about just how next level the shit was. By the way, like pretty much everybody.
There you go. There you go. Run, baby. Run, baby. Run, baby.
Speaking of Nebraska, the more I think about that game, the more I think that Nebraska is going to cover that number by margin.
Power rating wise, there's value on that line.
And who do you gotta DM me, who you use for college football power ratings, because I only do the NFL. I don't have the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you gotta send me a message so I could see what you're looking at. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I just think they're a better fucking team.
They are. It's just the problem is like you see them. Okay, you see like the improvement that they had from at the end of last year and how much better they got from beginning to end. So you were thinking that improvement would continue, and then you're like, how the hell do they look so blah against a terrible South Alabama team? So that's kind of what scares me.
Before you go on, any baseball games that you have bet that have not started yet? Are there any?
Yeah. Let me.
All right, I want to
I
put
haven't
them.
been watching baseball yet, so I don't know what's on at the moment.
I want to put them under the live plays so the guys have them. So just start spitting them out to me.
I use what's Capper's Direct?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
that thing. I remember that. What hasn't started yet? I am on the Padres -1 and the Giants +255. Those are the two that have not started yet.
The Padres -1.
Yeah, the money line was like -170, and the run line was a little bit like
So what is
so
does
that
that
like
even out to be basically?
Why I'm about to tell you, it's like -130 something or other.
All right, Padres -1, -130. Okay, good.
Yeah, the other plays I'm on. I mean, I was on the Rangers, but they're shit in the bed against the Orioles, so fuck you, Rangers. I'm on the Cubs 2 different ways. I'm on the Cubs team total, and I'm on the Cubs money line. Oh, that game hasn't started either. I'm on the Cubs team total over 3.5, and I'm on the Cubs money line -108.
What was the price for the team total?
-120. Or was it -130? I don't know. -120 or -130. Let me double check.
And the Cubs money line.
It was -130. Sorry, not -120. It was -130.
All
and
right.
the money line was -108.
For the full game?
Yeah. Yeah. Matt was on that too. Matt and I were, when Matt's like, hey, what are you on? And I'm like, hey, I don't normally bet them, but I'm on the Cubs. He's like, good, so am I.
Yeah, that's odd. That's rare for you.
Yeah, I rarely bet Cubs games.
Well, I might have to fuck your groove up.
I mean,
anything else?
You. No. Not that hasn't started yet. Yeah, I think I had like 4 plays. Matt had some. Matt was on the Blue Jays team total over 3.5. And the Rangers have 2 runners on, so we can get the. Okay, the Rangers have runners on second and third with 1 out, so we could get back in this ball game at that plus number.
Max, should I hop on these Alouettes right now?
Well, they just didn't score.
They just took it off the board for me,
and they just got a penalty. So, Astute Chaos. I gotta look. Are you talking about the Iran game from that they just played?
What are you? I ran so far away.
What is that, FIBA, Max?
Yeah, no, that was the game that was already passed. That number went up to 10
around your neck, Max.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, when you get off this, are you planning on masturbating or something?
No, I plan on putting it around my waist on my pants. I just don't want to do it now because I'm sitting here and I want to be comfortable.
Oh, when you work, what do you got to wear? Like a dress shirt and dress pants?
No, not even. It's way more casual than that. I wear what I want. Whatever I choose.
So, like, you can go in there with like a wife beater or that hospital gown that you wear?
I threw that shirt out, and no, I can't wear a white beater. I could wear like a tank top, like a cool tank top. I could wear like a jersey.
Can I ask why? Can I ask why you threw out the best shirt in your closet?
Because I was sick of everyone making fun of it, and around the waist, it was a little too small.
Did I hurt your feelings, bro?
No, you're not the only one.
Yo, and I get a message from Gogi. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
The Rangers just hit a 3-run bomb and tied it up, so that's pretty cool.
What'd you get that at? What price?
Oh, I got the Rangers at +124. I gave it out on Between the Scenes.
All right, so I get a message from Max like the day before yesterday, and it basically said, yo, do you really think I suck at softball, or are you fucking with me? Because if you're not fucking with me and you're serious, I'm gonna get angry. And my response was, "You fucking suck, you mutt." That was my response.
Oh, we got
I would have said, how good you are at softball isn't important enough to me to even have an opinion.
Well, and I guess that's why I had the conversation or was asking Jay the question, because I care about his opinion when it comes to my softball play.
Because you don't care about me, I understand. Fuck
And
you,
if you're not going to be supportive of my softball play, then
you can play softball if you want. You do you, boo boo.
Yeah,
okay? If that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. I'm not going to be
I'm calling. No, you know
softball.
what? I have a problem with it.
It's just my opinion on it. No,
you can't play softball this much.
Yeah, you can.
If it's what he likes to do, Jason, it's what he likes to do. Who are you to tell someone not to enjoy what they enjoy?
I'm fucking Jason Paglia. All right, that's who I am, and I'm calling bullshit on it.
You have a name. Congratulations. So does everyone else.
Because he's beating the fucking fun out of softball. You can't play 14 games a week and have fun.
Yeah, I can.
I refuse to believe it. You should be on this show every day having fun.
Why not?
This is all the fun you need in life.
Yeah, but there's women that go to the games.
Oh, like to play with, or like
I play in co-ed games also. So I like to see women and them running around.
Maybe that changes things.
Exactly.
We have to get a woman here. We gotta get a respected woman handicapper to be a part of this gig.
Yeah, Brooke Jordan. That's who I contact.
There you go.
Gogi, where you been all my life?
Bro, I've fucking been here.
You got a fucking life all of a sudden.
Are you hitting on him?
He is. Are you jealous? Get out of here.
Where you been all my life there, young boy?
I miss you. I miss you on the show, bro.
Get out of here, Ant. I know. I miss you too, buddy. No, I just been busy there. Fucking, I don't know. I wish I was in yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. I just got caught up with shit going on here in Belfast, but
I had bears asking me that in the after hours bar when I was 18. Where you been all my life? Well, you know.
What do you say?
Gogi, you got action tonight?
I was looking at taking the Marshall Boise State over. It was 56.5. It's now 58 though. You guys have any action on that?
In what game?
Marshall Boise State. It's kind of a tale from Teddy Covers.
I don't know what to think about that game. The initial opener was it 10 or did it open at 12?
12.
I don't know. Is Boise getting too much respect? I didn't watch one down that Marshall played last week, so I really don't know what to think about Marshall.
I don't have anything on this game.
I think Marshall hangs around the first half.
I have 4 games I'm going to be on tomorrow, and 2 of them are the games you're on, Jay. But I mean, I'm fading the top 2 teams in the country. Those numbers are too big. So, okay.
Clemson plus, well, I'm sorry. You're taking New Mexico State plus 55.5 and A&M plus 17?
Yes.
God, I want to pull the trigger on that fucking A&M spot, bro.
Quit being a little bitch.
Pull that trigger, Jason.
I'm Jason. I'm a little bitch. I can't take 17 points with the number 12 team in the country.
Whoa.
So, Gog, what was the play that you're looking to make from Teddy?
It was Marshall Boise State over. I heard him kind of flip it out. I don't know if he meant to or not, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm on the over in that one." I don't know what line he got. Oh, there we go.
That's really loud.
Good.
What's going on there? But yeah, Marshall Boise State over 56.5. Line is now 58.
No, that's too loud to do the show. I didn't watch one down of Marshall last week, so I don't really know what
Anyone
I don't know what they're about.
in the chat have an angle on that Marshall Boise State? We only got 2 games tonight, so
Boise looked good against FSU, man. That freshman quarterback, I think he's a freshman. He had poise. He came back from 31-13 on the road, even though technically it was a neutral site, but I mean on the road, and he looked really good. As much as FSU lost that game, Boise State won it. So it wouldn't shock me to see them cover this number if I knew how fucking good Marshall was, and I really don't. So I think I got to watch the first half of that game, maybe make a play in the second half, and I'm tempted to take the 20 with Rice.
Sean says Neymar's playing and he's on Brazil -1 now. Listen, Jay, I'll say this right now. A lot of people are coming out and saying they're on this over. So hopefully it hits. In this Boise Marshall game, I'm seeing nothing but overs on Twitter. So
it's just that line is now 58.
What did it open at?
55 or something?
So yeah, 55, 54.5.
So you got to try to get that live.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe hopefully there's no scoring for a bit, and then jump on it, say 52, maybe 53.
Yeah, but the reality is if you're trying to just go that low, if you're looking for a 52, that game could be on its way going under by the time it gets there.
Can this Italian make the fucking can he stun the world and beat Nadal here to make the US Open final?
Hey, listen, Berrettini played fantastic yesterday or the day before against Monfils, so
I might have to throw like a quarter unit just for solidarity.
Throw it on Matteo there?
Yeah.
Solidarity and what?
He's Italian, and it's been like a cajillion years.
Yeah. Are you trying to bet tennis again?
I mean, he's plus 1,000, bro. If I throw $25 on him and he shocks the world, I mean,
when was the last Italian tennis player?
I think it's 40 years, they said.
Wow. I don't remember it in my lifetime. That'd be impressive. I'm really rooting for our Canadian girl here, Bianca. She's tearing up the whole tennis stage here.
Oh, that's Max's girl, bro.
Oh, man. Shout out to Bianca out of Mississauga, baby. She's tearing it up, 19 years old. Great up-and-comer we have.
And any girl that plays like she did at the Australian Open and then comes back and wins Indian Wells, which is no freaking like tournament you can put your nose up at, you know what she's about. She's on a tear right now. She's healthy. She's rested. She hasn't played in a lot of tournaments, and she's ready to freaking take her place in the top 6 or top 5 in the world. And that's what's going to happen when she beats Serena.
Damn right. Serena going down.
The level of fucks I give about tennis is none.
Yeah, I support beautiful athletes like Bianca because they entertain me with their visual appearance and then their actual play. So from the entertainment value, it has it there.
I threw $20 on Matteo Berrettini.
Yeah, shout out to Matteo
to win 220. And have you made any soccer wagers for the weekend yet?
They're on international break. It's next weekend.
Oh, Ronnie.
Although I have looked at some plays. I'm just going to kind of just like full disclosure. I'm probably, as long as they don't get too insane with the number, I'm probably just going to bet Atalanta games, both teams to score like all fucking year.
Yeah.
Although I have a feeling pretty soon it's going to be like minus 130. Minus 180 or minus 200 or something like that.
Sean said, Jay, your winning soccer pick for tomorrow, Kosovo versus Czech Republic, Euro Cup.
Kosovo.
Both teams to score.
Shout out to Kosovo.
Fuck, how the hell do they have a fucking soccer team?
Yeah, really.
Like, really, exactly. Like, where's the country's priorities at?
They like their
soccer. How the fuck does
there.
Iceland have a soccer team when there's 300,000 people in the country?
Yeah, but Iceland doesn't have a huge poverty issue in a freaking war-torn country that they're still rebuilding.
I also know how Iceland, with that many people, has a multi-tiered league.
They're pretty good, too.
Just
where they
shows
can
that there's not
demote
much to do.
teams. Like, how do you have enough people to play to where you can demote teams from the top league, like in Europe, other European countries? Like, they have relegation in their fucking league, and they have the population is less than that of Omaha. Like, what? Does like everybody in that country play in their soccer leagues?
Pretty much,
Ron,
it seems like.
Ron is laying the 33 with Arizona State against Cal State Sacramento.
Yeah, it's up to 35.5 on most of my books, so I missed the number on that.
Well, if Cal State Sacramento gets up to 36 points, I might just have to take them.
If Brazil and the United States were playing a soccer friendly 8 minutes from your house, would you be there tonight, Ant?
No.
Yeah.
America's not that good at soccer. You don't want to see them.
Where are you, Jay? Are you 8 minutes from a soccer friendly in the United States and Brazil?
They're playing at MetLife at the Jets and Giants Stadium tonight, like 8 minutes from my house.
You should probably have been at that game then.
Meh.
I don't think so. You would have fallen asleep. Soccer's boring.
What the? Shut your whore mouth, Maxwell.
Maxwell Smart stepping up and in.
What it is?
Soccer.
If I want to go to sleep, I put on 3 sports.
Oh, Mexico,
Golf?
not Brazil. I'm sorry, they're playing Mexico.
Yeah, golf is number one.
You're in the chat all the time going, "Go Chelsea, yay blue." Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
but
blah.
when I watch the games, they put me to sleep.
Don't you bet on them?
Yeah, I still fall asleep. It's boring. I can't sit there for fucking 90 minutes with a 15-minute halftime break and stare at that shit unless there's like back and forth action. Chelsea likes to sit back. They like to fucking kill time. It makes me angry.
Oh, well, in that case, you need to start watching Atalanta games then.
I know, but I don't know any of the players in Atalanta, and I'm not loyal to Atalanta. I'm a supporter of Chelsea. But that doesn't mean that
any of them teams. I just like to watch the teams that push the ball forward.
Yeah, I don't even enjoy watching football in the first place. I like actual
the worst fucking team to watch is Atletico Madrid. Ugh.
Maxwell Smart, what is your favorite college football player for tomorrow?
Baylor. I got the minus 25.5
against UTSA.
Yep. And then I like Wyoming, and I like Georgia Southern, but I got Georgia Southern at 7, and it's 9.5 or 10 now. So,
Gogi, what is your favorite college football play for the day tomorrow?
Well, I'm just gonna go with the Marshall Boise State over tonight.
That's not tomorrow.
Looked at the card for tomorrow. I'm kind of like your typical.
You haven't looked at the card
Canadian, but I don't know shit.
It's been out for
on a Friday night. You haven't looked at the card for tomorrow.
I'd rather do research for hockey than fucking look up a college football game. To be honest, that's just the truth. Give me the fucking
Canadians.
lineup.
What do you expect, Jay?
Yeah, what do you expect, man?
Yeah, we're Canadians. That's how
we're
we
north
do.
of the border.
We got different priorities.
If anything, I got a CFL play for tomorrow.
We don't care.
CFL plays all day. But what I will say is, for college football purposes, I'm taking Ants Nebraska Cornhuskers -7 for the plus money tomorrow at Colorado.
Oh,
with some serious revenge.
On alternate line?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, you're getting my dick hard. Oh, I got a pass on Texas A&M now. That number's all the way down to 16.5. I guess I was with everybody on it. Or I guess everyone was thinking about me or whatever. I guess I was in line with a lot of the big money because that Texas A&M's all the way down 16.5, so I'm going to have to pass on that. UCF is all the way up to 11.5, Jason.
Yeah, and Tennessee's at like what, 4.5 or 5?
No, they're at 3.5.
Oh, they're at 4.5 at my book, I think.
Get a better book. Washington's down to 12.5. Don't you? Yeah, I like that Washington play.
Check it out.
I sent out a play in that game.
They should beat Cal by 2 touchdowns. My favorite play though for tomorrow is New Mexico State.
I'll write that down.
And I know people will say, "Oh, really? You're going to fade Bama?" I'm like, no, I'm not fading Bama. I'm fading that number. I mean, what has to happen for a team to cover 55 points?
They got to score 21 points a quarter.
They literally have to score 56 points. If Bama doesn't score 56 points, they're not even covering the spread. And they have to score 56 points and shut New Mexico State out. Now, can Bama do that? Yeah, they're that much better. But remember, Nick Saban will be up 56-0 going into the fourth quarter.
And pull
and then, well, Tua won't even play the second half. I mean, Nick Saban will have like his walk-ons that are like seventh string. You know, like he will have nobody.
But they'll still be awesome because you know why they put on the Crimson Tide uniform.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like Nick Saban will have the fucking water boys in there. You know what I'm saying? Running the ball up the middle. Yeah, he'll just be running the ball up the middle. He just wants to run the clock out. Once he's proved his point, like once Nick Saban's like, yeah, you see this team? Yeah, we just fucked you. It's the third quarter. All I'm going to do is put in my fourth string and I'm going to run the game. I'm going to run the clock out because I don't give a fuck anymore. So New Mexico State gets a garbage time touchdown against the fourth string. And Bama doesn't score for like the last 10 minutes because they got fourth stringers in there running the ball up the middle every single play. He's yelling across the field going, hey, we're just handing it off. Stack the box. Let's get this game over. Run the clock down. I got a dinner date. Let's go. That's what Nick Saban's doing in the fourth quarter of this game, and you're going to get a backdoor cover.
Berrettini can tie it up right now in this first set. He has the advantage. There he goes, 4-4. He's in this match hard, bud. He's in this.
Let's go, Berrettini.
He's like, yo, I got the mortadella power in me. He's got the power of the mortadella, thick slice there.
I don't like how everybody likes my Huskers -4 tomorrow. That makes me nervous.
Yeah, but
from I think Colorado's going to win.
From a situational spot, it's a really good motivation spot. You got a whole bunch of guys that were there for the game last year.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback that's ascending. You got a new coach with a brand new system and brings a whole positive outlook that wasn't there the last 4 or 5 years. I don't see why not. Colorado shouldn't be the freaking victim of a Cornhusker debacle.
I also one thing you got to look at too is Colorado. The final score does not tell the story of that Colorado game against Colorado State. I mean, Colorado State lost the turnover battle 4-0 in that game. Colorado State put up over 500 yards of offense. Colorado's defense looks terrible. I mean, they're giving up yards like crazy. So if Nebraska doesn't give up 4 turnovers, and if they're able to run their offense the way they want, I mean, the Colorado's defense didn't look great. Although you can't really say how – I mean, Nebraska's defense looked really good against South Alabama, but the problem is that South Alabama, so you sure as fuck hope they looked good. But Nebraska's offense looked so meh.
Yeah, I think that Colorado's defense, you got to give them a little bit of credit because when you bend and you don't break and you force turnovers – that's still something that's going to carry over to the next week. I just think that motivational, situationally, and team dynamic based, that Nebraska has to go in there and put a whooping on Colorado and get some revenge.
Gogi, I sent you something.
We'll check it out.
What do you guys think? I know Eric's been on this one a lot, and I'm kind of tempted to follow him on it. But Akron plus the points against UAB.
I know nothing.
Eric is usually good with that conference.
Yeah, he's really fucking weird on how he's able to pick out all the MAC games. The sumbitch has like 15 plays every week in college football, and 10 of them involve the MAC conference.
He was on Ohio plus 6.5. They're down to like 4.
He killed that number then. Here's one I'm also looking at too is Vanderbilt plus the points, 7.5 against Purdue.
Fuck, I should have taken the over in this Virginia William Mary game. What an idiot
I
am.
like that. I like that, guys.
Fuck.
Yeah. Thanks, Jay.
I'm liking Vanderbilt. And I'm also I now these are games I haven't bet yet. I'm just kind of throwing them out there, trying to get a consensus. What I am going to bet, I am going to wind up passing on Texas A&M because that line's down to 16.5. If I go to the casino and they have 17 or 17.5, I will bet Texas A&M. But at 16.5, I am passing. And obviously, Alabama is going to be, or the Alabama game, I'm taking New Mexico State. That's going to be a bet for me too. I think I'm going to take Washington minus 12.5. I think they're going to win that. They should win that game by 2 touchdowns. But I'm really looking at this Vanderbilt number at plus 7.5. I faded Purdue last week. Nevada was one of the 3 college football teams I bet last week. I didn't bet that much of the card. I only had I think I had like 2 or 3 games. Nevada was one of them against Purdue. And I'm thinking, like, why do we think Purdue should be a favorite? What's Purdue proven to be a favorite here? I mean, are they at home? Sure. But, I mean, have you seen Purdue's home stadium? There's no home field advantage in Purdue's fucking stadium. I mean, like 15 people go to those games. And Vanderbilt.
What's that line open at, Ant?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let me look it up. I mean, it's 7.5 now, so I mean, you're getting the hook on that key number with the dog. That kind of makes me. I kind of like that.
It opened at 9.5.
What? Son of a bitch. That's way the. Well, I mean, 9.5 to 7.5. Like, passing through the 8 isn't really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's really easy to go from 9.5 to 7.5 because the 9, 8.5, and 8 aren't. You know what I'm saying? It's like from 7, and then you have 10, but 9 and 8 are dead numbers.
What's up, Nut Flush? Eric? Yeah, Nut Flush is on Vandy.
What's going on, Mr. Allen?
It would just annoy me. You know what I mean? Those 2 points.
But 2 points are not the same.
But it's different from the NFL. They miss extra points all the time and go for 2-point conversions, right? Or they go for 2-point. They go for 2-point conversions. Period.
Yeah, they can do that, but I mean, not these 2 teams, not the Big Ten. But
take that, BC Lions. You guys are bitches. Let's go, Alouettes. Get yourself some candy. Get yourself some Skittles, tropical flavor, because that's the best colored flavor.
BC is cool.
Yeah, that's why I tried to tell Jim last night. I'm like, or the night before. I'm like, yo, come on, man, come on.
I know.
BC Lions, like,
I was trying to think
about this OSU Ohio State Cincinnati game. That dropped 2 points.
I was off of it, but once that line drops, I'm tempted to take OSU.
You trust this new coach to actually run an offense that can put a beat down on somebody?
Do I trust this new? I trust Ohio State players.
Yeah, but in college, it's all about the play call. It's not about the athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I'd lean Ohio State here, but what's
your strongest play on that card? What are you thinking that, like, just like the number's perfect, the eye test is perfect. What's just the perfect game on this card for you, Ant? There has to be one. I want to know.
I don't have perfect games. It's just how much line value am I getting?
Okay, which is the game that gives you the most line value and gets you the fucking stiffest?
I'm not stiff on any of these, but I like.
Damn it, man. Go along, play into it. Let's go. Fake it till you make it. Tell me something.
Till I make it.
Tell me something.
What I really loved was Missouri, but the fucking line moved like 6 points before I even got a chance to bet it.
That's what I said earlier today. That's the one line I missed that I'm angry about. But I'm going to hope they go down 7-0 and grab it at 10.5 or 9.5.
But doesn't that happen every time you see huge line movement, you have instant regret?
No, only that game though this week. Everything else I was content with.
I'm going to have to say probably. Now this is going against the move, but I don't really care. But it opened at 4 and now it's at 6.5. But now that it's now that you're getting almost a touchdown at home, probably Texas. That's definitely.
I sent out a play. I sent out a play in that game. Texas is at 7 now, at multiple spots.
Yeah, if you could get Texas at 7, that would have to be a play. That's about 3 points of value on most PR numbers that I've looked at. I've looked at like 3 different PR numbers, and they all have the game at 3.5 and 4.
The look ahead line in Vegas 3 months ago was a pick. What has changed in 3 months for that line to be now a touchdown? Absolutely.
I don't know. God, I need Visine, man. My eyes are all itchy. I don't know what the hell happened.
Nothing has changed.
I mean, LSU's overrated every year. I mean, LSU's always a borderline top 10 team at the beginning of the year, and then they finish 8-4. I mean, how many times have we seen? They always have a good team, but they're overrated, is what I said. They're always like borderline top 10 at the beginning of the year, and then they finish 8-4 or 7-5 or something like that. I mean, it's like, how many times do we need to see this story with LSU before we stop pretending that this is a team that's going to be a contender?
I think it's ballsy to give Texas a touchdown at home.
Well, here's the other thing too. Gosh,
come up on the couch.
Can we also just give LSU credit, because unlike a certain somebody who's in their division, LSU is going on the road and playing a real team.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no argument there.
I mean, when was the last time a certain team that's in their own division played a true road game out of conference?
This Texas team was good enough to beat Georgia on a neutral field in the Sugar Bowl 6 months ago, and they're a touchdown dog against LSU at home. Okay.
Did Wake Forest get the ball again in the red zone?
Yeah, I think there was a fumble.
Oh my God, they're going up 21-0. Shiza. Go Alouettes, go Alouettes, go baby, go. Yo, Jimmy, wherever you are in Costa Rica, you're my enemy for the next
Edwin Encarnacion can hit a 3-run home run right here. That would make me so happy.
Are you on them?
Yes, I'm on the Yankees twice. And Jimmy, he struck out looking like a fucking idiot. Never mind.
Yeah, you're on the fucking under in that Kentucky game, but wasn't it 57? I think I got 57. No, I got 53. That's a lie. Excuse me. Jimmy's putting out all of his football picks, so I'm looking at them.
I mean, that line makes no sense to me at all.
Phone.
I don't know what to think about Ohio State.
Yeah, I have no clue either, to be honest.
He wasn't good enough to get the job at Georgia. Kirby Smart wanted nothing to do with him. And now he's the starting quarterback at OSU. I mean, they're playing a coach that was an assistant there for a long time. That's Ohio State's little brother is Cincinnati. I don't really I don't know. I totally understand why that line's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be pass interference on that.
Can I get a horse bet in, Jay?
Do you, brother?
All right, guys. Race 4, if you got Bet365, it's going down. Charlestown Degenerate Special, race number 4. I like the 3 horse. You can get it was just plus 600. I jumped on it. It's now 550. I'd recommend like a win place on them. Best to be me, number 3 horse, going off in about a minute, guys. A little sprinkle a little.
Virginia's already up 14-0. Oh my God, I'm having such hindsight regret right now. Yes, touchdown, baby. Let's go, Alouettes. 14-0. Keep it going. Keep pumping, baby. Keep pumping.
You're having hindsight regret.
I sent out. I sent out
like when you look
5
at
plays.
You know when you look at a line and then like it's going the way you thought it was, and you're like, "Oh, I should have bet that." Yeah, hindsight regret.
My leans that I sent out were Nebraska, Stanford first quarter under 10.5, and Texas A&M. And the 6th play that I sent out is going to be like dependent on if I can get a live number. But I sent out a play in the Maryland-Syracuse game, the LSU-Texas game, the Cal-Washington game, the Tennessee game, and the FAU-Central Florida game. What do you guys think about that Maryland-Syracuse game?
I think I said Maryland wins with the new offensive coordinator from Alabama.
Maryland, Syracuse.
Shut up, Oliver.
What are you doing with that belt, Max?
Nothing. Just seeing how it feels.
Okay.
No, guys.
It's only 8:25.
You never have to worry about that. I'd have to spend my money before. Why is this not? Why is this not? Why is this not?
Tell me who is going to score the ball in that Stanford USC game with both quarterbacks out and both backups looked fucking awful. That total is what, 43 for a Pac-12 game?
Yeah, but another week of practice and then low expectations.
I think under 10.5 is a good looking lean in that first quarter.
Mm.
Yeah, this 3-horse guy's second coming on to its third race, just what you want. It's a made into fade the 2 favorites. I'm liking this 3. You know, we did all the research. They're 2-year-olds, as Jay knows. Anything can happen with 2-year-olds. So, but
what's going on in this game? Why is it not registering the second touchdown? Did they take it off the board? Did they challenge that?
Yeah, we got Carlos.
I see a ton of people on both sides of that Miami-North Carolina game.
Yeah, then that just means that there's a better game to bet on.
Yeah.
I want to bet on the game that no one gives a fuck about. Those are my favorite basketball games.
Akron UAB. Eric is on Akron plus 8.5 and Akron money line plus 270.
You already picked one in Baylor UTSA.
Yeah, I know. No one gives a fuck about that game except for me and probably Sean Watson and Ramon.
Duh, boys. All right, guys.
Okay, it's 14-0. Why is Bet365 not? Oh, there they go. Fucking cucks.
They're slow.
Update. Yeah, like these fucking live bet people, whoever they have, fucking watching this shit.
Yeah, well, what's the crust at your eyes? Fuck.
Hold on. Whoa. What's viral video saying no Wyoming -7? Why?
I don't know, but I know Eric took the other side of that. He took Texas State.
Yeah, I tried to get an answer from him, but I'm like, he fucking ghosted me on that shit. So, the reality is Texas State is bad at scoring. They're bad at defense. They're slow at fucking key positions on the field on offense and defense. And Wyoming is going to produce another high-powered octane offense, and they are going to demonstrate that versus Texas State. So
you can get the Astros at -135 now.
What's the score?
2-0 Mariners. They're just now going to the bottom of the first. So the lines dropped 105 cents on the Astros before they've even had an at-bat.
And you want to pick $100 bill up off the ground?
I do, but let me just let people know that I am taking the Astros at -135.
All right, let me put that in the plays.
All right, guys, I'm heading out. I gotta go to work early.
By picking $100 bill off the ground, are you going to give me a play that's like minus 900?
All righty, Max.
No, minus like 350. All right, Maxwell, love you, bro.
Catch you later, brother. Get that money, baby.
What was that, Ant? Astros minus 135.
Yes.
What are they, down 1 run?
They're down 2-0, and they haven't even batted yet.
Against who?
The Mariners.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
One more play I did, guys. I got 52-1 on the 4 and the 6 exactor, and I got 32-1 6 and the 4. Going off in about.
I have no idea what any of that means.
That's all right. It probably won't win. No, I'm just kidding. The 6 or the 4 is 3 is gonna win. Sorry.
I've tried betting horse racing before, and I did exacta boxes like this guy told me to, and I won like $3. So I thought it was stupid, and I don't bet horses anymore.
It's probably a good thing.
Like, how about this? How about you don't wait until after the race to tell me what my fucking odds are going to be? How about that?
That's why you gotta get Bet365, man.
I don't know. There's something about sports betting where they automatically take 17% vig. Just seems kind of not worth my time and trying to deal with. Looks to me like I'm just setting money on fire if I try to do it.
Why did I say 4-6? The 3 horse guys, it's 3-6. I meant to say, sorry. But
horse racing is a hard nut to crack, man.
Jay, you like my new avatar?
Not really.
I mean, I've been trying to troll you with it for 2 days, and you haven't said anything, so it's not that much fun.
Come on, 3.
I'm sorry.
All right, 3.
I mean, you should be sorry. All righty, the Cubs get out of it. Bases loaded and nothing for the Brewers. Fuck you, Brewers. You
Take it easy, 3. Take it easy. Take it easy. Save your energy.
I would love to see Gogi hit like a 50-1 right now.
I would love you to acknowledge I'm trolling you and be annoyed by it because it's way funnier.
I know, but this gets
bunched up. Don't get bunched up. Get around.
Huh?
It gets you angry when I just ignore your trolls.
Go. Oh man, the 3 got boxed in, guys. What do you fucking fuck?
What are you betting? Are you betting harness?
No, guy. The 3 guys, he got stuck. He was in the corner. He got cornered in the whole way and had no racetrack left on the inside. Who knows? He could have won that race. Just had no chance. That's horse racing anyway. That's why I always bet small on horses, guys. Just a little play money. It looks like the 5 or the 6.
Oh, Goji, you know what I had last night? It was so delicious.
KFC.
No, I said it was delicious.
Oh, must have been, I don't know what.
It was Popeyes, motherfucker. Fuck your KFC.
Fuck your Popeyes. Unless it was spicy chicken, fuck that.
It was Popeyes spicy chicken. Spicy chicken basket, baby. It was so good.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm sorry, but only a Canadian would think KFC is better than Popeyes.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's not even a debate. I mean, it's just a statement of fact. Popeyes is better.
And what's your thoughts on every single fight on this card? All the fight.
What? Every single fight on what? Tomorrow's card? UFC fights?
Yeah, I was trying to tell you
why the fuck do you give a shit what I care about? But
I was trying to tell you the free money I wanted you to pick up off the street, you dickhead.
Hold on. Let me go look at this. Dude, all these fights are like minus 400.
No, not all of them.
Enough.
Well, Khabib Nurmagomedov is 27-0, bro.
That's how you pronounce that?
Yeah. Islam Makhachev is 16-1. my breakdown was a parlay of those two guys, a combined 43-1. What kind of odds do you think you're going to get on that? Minus 170, if you want to know. That's what the parlay was. Anyway, what do you have on Islam Makhachev?
Islam Makhachev. I have a Muslim Solikov, a Bilal Muhammad. What is this? Like fucking
Abu Dhabi. It's in Abu Dhabi.
Let's say there's like a lot of Muslim sounding names here.
He's fighting Davi Ramos.
Islam Makhachev minus 380.
Yeah, well, that's just a free $100 bill.
Why?
Because he is a fucking machine. And Davi Ramos is about, like, if Islam Makhachev is MLB, Davi Ramos is like AA.
Okay. Well, how is Nurmagomedov Khabib such a huge favorite, but he's only like plus 280 to win by KO or TKO?
Well, his wrestling is world class, so
submissions plus 230.
He'll just ground you out and lay on top of you for 5 rounds and smash your head in. Exactly. I think Poirier is game enough to actually go the distance. What's the distance? Could be like plus $2.
Khabib inside the distance is plus 110. Any other outcomes minus 150.
Khabib inside the distance is plus 110. Any other outcome in the fight period is minus 150.
Yes. So
I like that bet.
What, the minus 150 on any outcome besides?
Yeah, I think he could. I think that. Listen, I mean, he's probably going to win unless Poirier knocks him out coming in. He's probably going to win. Okay, but I just see the fight being a really boring
decision.
Yeah, 5 rounds of laying on top of you and just smashing you up. I have a feeling it's going to go the distance.
Bryant with a leadoff. Here, let me take this off. This isn't working. God damn it. Got any other ugly broads that you think are hot that I control you with?
No. I like a dog. I like Paul Felder. He was in my article.
You do like a dog, make him Pino.
Looks like Houston might score here in the first, guys. 2 guys on, none out.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Let's go. Bragman up to the plate.
They came back 7-0 to win yesterday.
That was wild.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I went to bed. It was 7-0, and then I woke up, and it was
They hit the run.
They won. Yeah, they won with the run line in extra innings. That's crazy. That's hard to do, but I mean, it happens. You know, you get
a fucking homer like that.
Joanne Calderwood and Andrea Lee minus 1,200 for the second round to start.
All right, we need Carantini to get a hit here with Brian on second against Zach Davies, trying to get some plays home for us. Oh, goddamn fucking! Are you fucking kidding me? The Red Sox just hit the ball right at the Yankee second baseman, and he just said, "Oh, I don't think I'll field this ball at all." And now the Red Sox scored. That was out number 3 too. Mother cunt!
Wow.
Are you fucking shitting me? Man, the ball was right there. That should have been fielded. That should have been out number 3.
Barantini might take this first set, bro.
Let's go,
wow.
Barantini.
How do you like
11-1?
He just completely whiffed. Why are you trying to backhand that? Just get in front of the ball. You piece of shit. You motherfucking piece of shit.
Jimmy the Bag and I got in a hell of a table tennis match down south. He beat me 2-1. I had the shittier racket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Table tennis? You mean ping pong?
No. Table tennis. Ping pong's for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to hear what the difference is.
Does anybody else think Zach Davies looks like a 14-year-old trying to grow facial hair?
Could we go back to knowing what the difference is between ping pong and table tennis?
If you're playing table tennis, you're spinning the ball. You know how to serve. You know the rules. If you're playing ping pong, you're just fucking whacking it. You don't give a fucking two hoots.
You're whacking it. Why don't you watch how you phrase things?
Well, think when you're hitting a fucking thing, you don't give a shit. You're here, smack that, smack this. Don't take it too fucking sexual there, buddy.
You just said you're whacking it. I mean, how was I supposed to take that? You went like this with your arms. You're like, you're whacking it. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Jay?
I thought this was a family show.
What do I say to that?
Not much. You just got to say nothing.
Okay.
I mean, Jay, I thought this was a family show, and he's talking about whacking it with little kids in a table tennis game.
Did you really think it was a family show? I mean, did you really, though?
No.
Set point for Berrettini.
Go ahead, Mateo.
So the Red Sox just hit a 3-run home run. So them not fielding that ball, not getting out number 3, just cost me 4 runs.
Oh, my God. That's bad.
Oh, thanks for that. I mean, because it's certainly not good.
Well, I just wanted to, I wanted to drive home the point for you.
Hold on. Did you bet the Yankees?
No, I didn't bet. Actually, I didn't bet one baseball bet.
Really well.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, because this totally feels like a Jay tailed me on this play kind of outcome.
Speaking of
I mean, because I can't just lose a bet that you tail me on. I have to lose a bet in a sickening fashion.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I bet on the Mets with Jacob deGrom starting on the first 5-run line, and Jacob deGrom pitches a 5-inning shutout, but so did Fultonavich. You tailed me on the Reds against the Pirates or whoever it was, and the Reds were winning for 8 innings and then blew it in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, I couldn't just, yeah.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, eh?
So leadoff double, and now Zach Davies has gotten 2 outs. Addison Russell just struck out looking like an idiot against Zach Davies. How do you strike out against Zach Davies, you piece of shit? Why is Addison Russell in this Cubs starting lineup? Why did they not cut him for being a wife beater?
Because he sucks. Okay, thank you. Let me open that. All right, guys, I'm doing one more race. It's not going to be till race 7. It's an allowance worth $30,000. We're not fucking with these maidens. That was a bunch of bullshit.
All right, Jason Hayward's at bat. Let's see if he can get one home for us.
All 7 for. Now.
Oh, the Astros got a 3-2 lead, by the way.
No, that out the Astros. Thank you.
Yeah, so
5 down 2-0.
Yeah, I gave that play out. Minus 135. I saw someone in the chat got on it too, so that's pretty cool.
Let's cash a ticket. It's early still, but
didn't take the Astros. Yeah.
Yes.
Was asking about the Yankees plus 3.5 at minus 111. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't hate that play. I honestly don't really bet live run lines too much like that. I usually just, at least before the bullpens get involved, I usually either take money lines or wait until the bullpens come in, and then so that way I'm betting on or against the bullpens. But both starters are still in the game, so I don't really look at live run lines like that until the bullpens get out or are involved.
Yeah, I was looking
at they intentionally walk Hayward, and now we got Cole Hamels at the plate to try and drive in this run. I mean, intentionally walk Hayward. I mean, they just pitched around him. They probably should have just intentionally walked him for all practical
Probably a
purposes.
good
They
idea.
didn't throw him anything. So now we got to rely on Cole Hamels because this is the National League, and National League Baseball's stupid sometimes. I got to cash in this fucking leadoff double. The Cubs are going to blow this leadoff double. I'm so pissed off.
Ooh, we got
God.
wow.
Just look at this fucker, too. He looks like a goddamn 12-year-old.
I know you're talking about Zach Davies, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
he makes me look like I'm fucking 30.
I was about to make a comment about that. You look older than Zach Davies.
I feel bad whenever people are with me. They always get ID'd too, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like, yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, dude, I got so mad the other day. I got ID'd walking into the casino.
Oh, welcome to my life every fucking time. Hey, you over here.
I'm walking into the sports book, and this 20-year-old security guard has to see my ID, and he starts holding it up to the light, and you're peeking at it, and blah blah blah. Look at it like this. Look at it like this, and I look at him, and I'm like, dude, I've been coming to the casino since you were in kindergarten. So,
and then they ask questions like, "What's your last 2 digits of your zip code?" Like,
yeah, and I'm 35. Okay, it was one thing when I was in my 20s. It was even another thing when I was say 30, because there's a difference between 30 and 35. But I'm like, motherfucker, I'm 35. Do I look 20 to you? Do I look like I was born in the 1990?
Should have just taken your hat off and been like, yo, I don't have any hair right now, bro.
I had my hat off.
That's crazy.
I'm like, do I look 20? Are you fucking serious? Do I look like I might be 20?
All right, maybe he was hitting on you.
I mean, well, I sure hope he was, because he's kind of cute. But
Aaron says, are you complaining about being carded? I'll have to pencil in some time to feel bad for you.
Yeah. I mean, because the first time in 2 years I've been carded going to the casino, and now it's I got carded all the time until about 2 years ago it stopped, and I just got used to okay, I'll shut up.
You got entitled.
You could parlay the 2 female fights to start the second round, and it gets it down to about $4. That's not bad.
Wow, this horse is mean.
Trashner's in the game. I probably would take the Yankees now plus 3.5. Let me actually look at the line.
Yeah, this race 7 is she figures to lose. It's the number 2 horse. Yeah, and it's got Bocchina on it too. He's great jockey.
Yeah, Yankees plus 3.5 at minus 105. I think that's kind of a good number.
Yeah, that 2 horse. What do you think about St. Louis right now against Pittsburgh? Still 2-1, right?
Yeah, but I haven't paid any attention to the game though, so I can't give any opinion on it.
True, but in the position, I kind of want to take St. Louis on the run line. I know you're just saying you're only taking run lines, but the bullpen of Pittsburgh compared.
No, I mean when you get into the bullpens, yeah, I like taking them there. But right here, I like the Yankees at plus 3.5. I mean, I think they're going to get hits off of right now they got Cashner in the game. I think they can get hits off Cashner.
Yeah.
And I think they can get hits off the Boston bullpen.
I like that play. I might tail you there. The Yankees. What do we got here, guys?
What do you have Dave and I to thank for, Adam?
Small play. Yankees plus 3.5, plus 115.
Oh, I got a better number than you. I got a plus plus 115. I thought you said minus 115. I was looking at minus 105 like a couple minutes ago.
Oh, we just got a run, baby. How about that? 4-1.
Oh, Gardner just hit a home run?
Damn straight he did.
Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
there it
timed
is.
that perfectly. About time we got one of those guys.
Yeah, the old 305-foot home run around the pole. This ballpark is such a fucking joke.
Jay, how many of those do we miss? That feels good to finally get one before the line moves. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Oh, man.
They claim that went 351 feet. 351 feet, my ass.
We got to get our guy Jason here on a bet with us.
I don't know. Like, someone asked about the Yankees plus 3.5, and I waffled on it for about a half inning, but then I gave it out and said, yeah, actually, that is kind of good. So hopefully that hits.
Yeah, I just tailed at the last second.
So what is it now? 2.5?
2.5 plus 2, or plus 110, sorry.
Well, now that they got a run, it might be worth looking at the run or at the money line. Yeah, you could still get plus 425 on the money line. I mean, I'm not going to bet that, but because I already actually have them on the money line for the full game.
Just like you said, Cashner, Ant, he's going to let in some runs.
Yeah. I mean, I already had them on the money line for the full game, but plus 425 is, I mean, throw like $20 on that and try and win. That'll win you almost 100.
And it was plus 2.5, 110 there, Jay.
Oh, okay.
And there's 2 outs though now. Who's this guy? Tachman. Mike Tachman. Tachman?
George Costanza. I remind some of George Costanza. I recognize the name George Costanza.
George Costanza. That's hey George. He's he's Seinfeld, Jerry's right-hand man.
Really? I never watched.
Shorter guy. George. Pretty sure, right, Jay?
He is in the top 3 sitcom characters of all time.
There you go.
Always complaining. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't think that George Costanza is in the top 3 sitcom characters of all time, I'm not sure I want to be your friend anymore or know your name.
Okay. Do you want to hear something?
Well, I like George Costanza.
I have never in my entire life watched an episode of Seinfeld from beginning to end.
That is literally the most stunning thing that you've ever said to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm speechless.
You're speechless that I've never ever watched an episode from beginning to end of Seinfeld?
Yes.
You got an assignment, Ant.
What, I got to go watch Seinfeld now?
You got to watch just the best of George Costanza to see what he's all about.
I got to go watch a fucking 90s sitcom from 20 years ago.
Flush Allen says take Ann off the show right now. Nate says that's more stunning than Max not liking mashed potatoes.
Oh, this is getting.
I
mean, this is like earth shattering. This just rocked.
How's it earth shattering? I never watched it when it was on.
This just rocked the KegCast to its foundation. Okay.
What? That I didn't watch
23 minutes to watch one episode.
A fucking sitcom that's been off the air for 20 years.
Were you alive in the 90s?
Yeah, but I was like a fucking kid up to teenager during the 90s. Well, I wasn't exactly the target audience. I was also, you got to understand something, Jason. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. No, Jay, I'm the youngest of 5 kids. At no point during the 1990s did I ever have control over the remote.
So you're telling me that how many siblings do you have?
I literally just told you I'm the youngest of 5 kids.
Okay, so you're telling me that not one of the 4 of them watched Seinfeld growing
Did
up,
my
like
oldest
older than
brother,
you?
who only watched science fiction, watch Seinfeld? The answer to that is no. Did
Aaron
my
says
2 older
you can't
sisters
explain.
ever watch?
You can't explain that away. Nut Flush Allen said, "I literally just pulled my car over. I can't take it." I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
you've taken this show to a place I didn't want it to go. Okay, you got to watch Seinfeld, bro.
Oh, good.
My parents didn't watch it. My oldest brother, who always had the fucking remote, didn't watch it. My sisters, you think 16-year-old girls in the 90s were watching fucking Seinfeld? No, they were not.
And but you know what? Like, you know what it is? You don't realize that it was a phenomenon. It wasn't
I
like,
know it was a phenomenon.
This show was on Thursday night. It was the United States stopped at Thursday at 9:00 and watched that show.
You know what we watched on Thursday? You know what came on opposite of Seinfeld that my dad loved? Yeah, I know. You know what show came on opposite of Seinfeld, the show that my dad loved that I always had to watch?
What?
Because my dad was a huge Tim Allen fan.
Home Improvement. Don't tell me that you had to watch Home Improvement.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I literally have probably seen over 100 episodes of Home Improvement, but I've never seen Seinfeld.
Elaine is so low-key hot, Nate. Are you kidding me? So
you guys think this is unacceptable. I was a kid to teenager when that show was on, and I never had the remote control. I never controlled what I watched when I was a kid. We had one TV in the house. None of us had TVs in our rooms. There was one TV in the house.
My dad was like that, but my dad, the only thing that made him laugh was Seinfeld. So I'd go down and watch Seinfeld. And I like Kramer.
I'm sure Seinfeld was a funny show, but I never saw it when it was on air. And then, what am I just supposed to revisit random sitcoms when I'm in my 20s?
There are about 50 people watching this show, and I can guarantee you 50 people are just dumbfounded. They're like, wait,
I've
what?
seen every episode of Friends.
How did you avoid the syndication? It's literally played on about 7 different stations per day for the last 20 years. How did you avoid the syndication of the reruns?
It was like Home Improvement. It was everywhere.
Dave Bandy wants to know if I've ever watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh God.
Yes, I've seen.
Thank God.
I've seen a handful of episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You don't deserve to watch that show.
What, Curb Your Enthusiasm? It's funny.
You don't deserve to watch it. Larry David would rather you go blind than watch his show if you've never watched Seinfeld.
I've seen Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've seen probably like 6 or 7 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was funny, each one that I saw. I'd watch more of it.
Oh my God. All right, I got to move on because this will ruin my night.
I got to open up the windows here.
It's getting hot, right?
Goji, you've watched Seinfeld then, huh? As a 25-year-old?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude.
A lot of episodes.
Like Nut Flush, the reruns are still on. What's even more incredible than you not catching the actual shows like live it is literally on 7 hours a day in the United States on multiple channels. How did you avoid this?
What was the best season of Seinfeld, Jason? Regale me. I will watch it. I'm sure it's on Netflix or something.
Every episode? When did it hit its stride? You know, was it like season 2, episode 1? What do you mean? When did it hit its stride? It premiered and it changed pop culture in the United States. So I'm going to go with episode 1.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll agree with that. How are we doing in the baseball games here? There we go.
Like,
I don't know. I haven't been watching this baseball game because I'm getting chastised for not watching a fucking 20-year-old sitcom. I mean,
the fact that you know what? Like, George Costanza is so deep. The fact that you haven't even experienced George Costanza's father is a fucking crime against humanity. And I'm telling you, bro, you will laugh your fucking balls off watching that show.
It is fun.
I'm not denying that I would probably think it's a funny show. I just never got around to watching it. I mean,
for a treat, buddy.
I mean, is there a show that you haven't watched that I should chastise you for?
I mean, not one that rocked television to its core. No.
I mean, have you watched Breaking Bad?
Yeah, every episode probably 8 times.
Okay.
As much as I hate that, I've watched that show. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Breaking Bad.
All right, now don't get me fucking going. Not
Hold the fuck on. All right,
there you go. I took it off your fucking chest there.
But I'm open to it.
I've
watched Breaking Bad and didn't like it.
I didn't care to keep watching it. I was like, okay, cool. He's fucking developing shit in his basement. He's got a bunch of dead bodies and. Fucking he's a crazy heroin.
Hits on board. Parks and Rec. I have watched.
A good show.
I have watched episodes 1 through. I've watched every single episode of Parks and Rec. It's
not bad. Community was okay too.
Yeah.
Slammy says I hated it. I don't think Jerry Seinfeld's funny. All right. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. He's dry. Not everybody.
Jerry.
Not everybody.
The Office and Parks and Rec are both masterpieces of mid-2006.
If you haven't seen The Office,
Ron said, "Now Gogie's gonna piss me off with this Breaking Bad shit."
Oh god.
I have never watched Mad Men, but I've been wanting to get around to it, especially now that the series is over.
I'll tell you what. I just got done with the entire series about a year ago.
Oh yeah.
It's good, but I still don't understand like how it was the biggest television show for like 6 years.
I don't understand how the fuck Goji can literally say he didn't like Breaking Bad. I mean, I honestly kind of want to go up to Canada and bitch slap him.
Fuck you! You haven't watched Seinfeld. Get out of here.
Yeah, and not for nothing. You have no legs.
There's a difference between saying I haven't watched the show and I've watched the greatest show of all time and claim I didn't like it.
You know what? You said something so absolutely absurd that you don't even have legs to stand on tonight.
Oh,
any other night.
How can you watch Breaking Bad and not like it? It's the greatest TV show of all time.
And you're not getting an argument here, but considering what just took place the last 10 minutes, on any other night, I'd let you ride him like a fucking bull.
All right, I'm going to watch some fucking Seinfeld tonight, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and call Goji a fucking bitch for not liking Breaking Bad. Okay,
fuck out of here.
Anybody see Succession or Billions? 2 best shows on TV, in my opinion. Billions is phenomenal. First, second, and third season. Last season was meh. And Succession, I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah.
Jay, are you going to put the plays up again? Because I just forgot that we actually did gamble today.
Jay, did you gamble?
Texas got the bases loaded with nobody out. How about that? Come on, Rangers. Let's go.
D Money said, "Can we talk sports?" I'm sorry, D. I had to halt the show. I had to stop it.
I know these guys, D. They can't fucking.
I had to. Seinfeld. I had to.
Seinfeld.
All
right, I'll get back on track. I'll get back.
You know what? What happens if I watch it and then I come back the next day and tell you it fucking sucks?
I think there's no chance of that happening.
Yeah, no.
There's 0 chance that I'll
better chance of you getting hit by lightning.
No, I just think it. I think you'll enjoy the show. You know, you're not going to be like, oh, this show's everything to me, but I think you'll be like, I did not mind spending 23 minutes that way.
Okay. I mean, is it better than 2.5 Men before Charlie Sheen got fired off of it?
I wasn't a big fan of of 2.5 Men. But do you like well, probably my second favorite sitcom ever? Anger.
What?
Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it's different from Arrested Development, but
They just like
it
Arrested Development.
puts me in my happy place like Arrested Development does.
All right,
What?
all right, what are we betting on here?
Like Arrested Development just had a new season come out on Netflix, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get back in the
so-
series when like they do 5-year layoffs between
I
seasons
know,
and you
dude.
completely
Believe me,
forgot about it.
trust me, I get it. Let's talk USA and Mexico. Okay.
Is Mexico playing USA again in soccer? Because last time that was like the yeah, Rangers, woo! All right, Rangers just tied it up. No, Rangers took the lead, 7-6. That scored 2 runs. 3 runs. 2 runs. Yeah, that scored 2 runs.
Hey guys.
I don't even know
Bryce ties the game. I should have took that 20. Fuck.
All righty. So sorry about that. The Rangers just took the lead, so I got a little excited on that. We were talking about something.
USA and Mexico.
Oh yeah, last time USA and Mexico played, we were all on Mexico, and they won. So that was cool.
Yeah, I think that game is on or is going to be on soon.
Oh, there's another one. They're playing again.
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I already bet against the United States once against Mexico. I don't know if I could do it again. I'll just leave it alone. But I had a lot of money on that game. Well, a lot of money for me I had on that game.
What do you like, Chef? You like a play in that game? Or match, whatever the fuck you guys call it.
Are you guys seeing this Wake Rice game? It's
why do you go whatever the fuck you guys call it? Chef Michael's American.
Listen, I know, but like I just want to call it a game, okay? Not a match or a fixture. Just let me call it a game.
I mean, are you too fucking lazy to learn the lingo?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a game. It's a goddamn sport. They play games. Taking under 2.5 at 1.67. I'll tell that.
I love how he uses decimal odds.
Oh, that I used to do that.
No. Yeah, I have to now because on the odds market show and for the articles, I have no choice.
Isn't at decimal odds though? Once you learn how to read them, isn't it much better than the American odds system?
I think it is. Yeah, because then you're just multiplying it by the number.
Yeah, it's so much easier to.
That's how I started, and then I switched over because over here we don't do that.
Do Canadians use the system Americans do, or you guys use decimal?
No, we do American.
And why don't you tell Chef Mike with me?
Christian Yelich just hit a 3-run home run.
Who are we tailing?
He's on under 2.5 in the USA.
Because 1.67 is really low.
Minus 162 is what I have.
Yeah, it's like what I said. It's like 1.67 is pretty.
Under 2.5, I got minus 150.
Oh, that's a better number than me.
All right, I'll put it on the board here, guys. You guys tail us. I'll tell you.
I mean, I definitely think it probably wins. I mean, especially since their last game was 1-0, and the United States didn't even really have any scoring opportunities. But I mean,
I'd rather have minus 150 than minus 162.
Yeah, I'll take the 150.
I mean, I'd rather have like 1.8.
I mean,
what's that? Minus 120.
Yeah, about pretty much.
About.
Yeah, like 1.83, 1.82 is like minus 120.
Okay, what else?
So like 1.8 is kind of like minus 125-ish, I think. Yeah, Boston just got a couple of those runs back, so that sucks.
Okay, that's the first half.
Yeah, but I mean, an under though in that game definitely sounds like the right side, which would probably explain why he's got that 1.67. But
Sorry, guys. Terminal issues.
well, this fucking Yankees game's bullshit. So fuck you, Yankee game.
$21.14 Wake right now. You could still get him at plus 20.
Oh, gee, dangerous attack from Mexico already. All right, let's cash this under, guys.
What channel's the game on?
I'm watching on Bet365.
It's on Fox Sports 1.
Oh.
I'll come back with the heat here, guys. I got Japanese baseball on deck. Bunch of games on tonight. Start at 1 a.m., 10 a.m. Pacific. Oh, are you kidding me? 6-1 Boston. What the fuck? God damn it. What the fuck, Ant?
I had to mute. I gotta mute Ant. I can't listen to the music.
I don't know what he's doing over there.
I could listen to it tonight while I'm capping.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Don't you tell me what to do.
So, Jay, you gonna catch any hockey games this year?
Like go to one?
Yeah, you should take your kid to one.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, she's never been to one. She's been to a football game, I think.
Oh man, hockey games are great.
Yeah, I usually catch like 2 or 3 at the Garden.
Oh, you go to New York, eh?
Yeah, to see the Rangers.
Rangers, Devils, or
It doesn't really matter. Whoever.
do you like the original 6 matchups, or?
I think last time I went to see them play, the Rangers, they played Tampa Bay, and then the time before that they played Toronto.
Did you lose both of them?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. No offense,
Bro, they're not that good.
They're going to be a lot better this year offensively, I think. I know Panarin's got a bit of character issues, if you ask me. I don't know. He's up and down when he was in Columbus, so I wouldn't go all gung ho guys over fucking Panarin. Wait, you just give him a bit. But he's probably a I don't know top 15 player in the league.
The last time they were decent, I think they got swept by the LA Kings, didn't they? In the finals.
Gee, when was that? 2014, something like that, way back in 2015. Yeah. The Kings, the Blackhawks, the Bruins, they pretty much won every year, and the Penguins for the last like 10 years. And now you got St. Louis.
And Washington.
You're right. That's 2.
Yeah, they grabbed one.
Well, man, if Vegas would have won that would have been insane. First year in the league, win the cup. Wow. They were close.
Yeah, that would have been incredible.
Oh man, That would have been insane. The sales when I was at the sports store, the sales for Vegas merchandise was out of like it was crazy. The kids were loving it. Fucking the gamblers, everyone. But anyway, going back to the live betting here, guys.
Man, they're threatening a lot. Mexico.
Yeah, I know. 3-2 still. Houston's on top. 2-0 Royals over Marlins. 2-2 Mets Phillies. Phillies have come back here. Jesus, I don't know about the bullpens for either team, but what do you think, Ant?
What, the Mets Phillies?
Yeah, it's tied up now in the bottom of the 6th.
Oh. Probably the Phillies. I mean, didn't the Mets just give up like 7 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning not that long ago?
Yeah.
Gog, what did that number close at, that total at Boise? Did you say 58?
Yeah, I think it was up to, let's see, what do I have here? 50. Yeah, it was up to 58.
It's right now, it's an even 50.
Ooh, okay.
No score in the first quarter so far.
Let me see this. This will be a tale of Mr. Teddy Covers, guys, as you probably know.
You bet it?
I haven't bet it yet, no. Just because it was, I wanted to try to get a lower line. It was 58. But Marshall, it's 50.5 right now. Has anyone got the game on? Is Marshall about to score here, or are they on their own 10?
It's 3rd and 9 right now. I think on their own 10, yeah. Let me check.
Jesus.
Wow, they ranked Boise with that new kid at quarterback too, huh?
Yeah. What do we got? 50.5.
Yeah, they're on their own 10.
They're plus 425 right now, Marshall. They were plus 14 to close, I believe.
It's almost impossible to win on that blue turf.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that blue turf.
I know, me too.
They just don't lose, bro. Last year,
who the fuck did they think they are?
Last year,
let's have blue turf.
I think I was on Utah State. They beat me in Boise, and I think I was on Fresno. They beat me in Boise. The 2 best teams in the fucking Mountain West, and they fucked me both times.
I'm gonna go small here on 49.5.
Over?
Yeah. Minus 110. They just got a first down too, by the looks of it.
God, Hamels got squeezed on strike 3 call there. That's unfortunate.
Like a 28-24 or 28, or even higher than that. But I still see this going. I like that I got a touchdown pretty much difference here. Okay, it's at 48.5 now, guys. It keeps dropping, but how much more can it drop from the original line before you take it?
Probably a lot if they're going to drive the ball like this. You're so right, Ant. Who the fuck are they to have blue turf? Why do they get to have blue turf?
Pretty much.
Wyoming's got brown turf.
No, that's dirt.
It looks like they're literally playing.
Eastern Washington has blood red looking turf.
A gigantic field of dog shit.
The home plate umpire in the Baltimore Texas game just had a foul ball off his stick. That looked like it could have been painful.
That probably stung.
You would imagine, yeah.
Yep.
Could you imagine having a ball fouled right into your junk if you're like a catcher or an umpire? Oh,
Yeah, that even if you have the cup, it could still catch you terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as a catcher, that was one of my worst fears, getting hit.
Bro,
You ever go look at the video of all right, the Cubs finally turned a double play to get out of the inning, but the Brewers still scored 4 fucking runs, so that's unfortunate.
Fuck you.
But like, you ever look up a YouTube? You could go look up a YouTube video of Wilson Contreras getting hit in the dick with a foul ball, and he starts doing like a little dance to like try and shake it off. It's pretty funny to watch.
The worst hit in the dick story is there was a guy in the UFC, right? It was his first. I can't remember his name. It was his first fight ever in the UFC. I forget who he fought. He got kicked in the dick so hard that his nut exploded. It ruptured and like literally just blew apart. And he was in agony. They had to stop the fight. He had to leave. It gave him such a phobia. He never fought again after that, ever again. It was his one and only fight in the UFC. He couldn't do it.
Why did the guy kick him in the dick? I mean,
it was an accident. It happens probably once every other fight. You know, when you're trying to kick somebody in their leg or in their stomach and they move a certain way, you know, it happens all the time.
And it ruptured his testicle.
Yeah, he hit. It must have been like between the cup, like, and like his nut in the cup, and he kicked them there so hard it just blew apart.
That's right.
I mean, the guy was in agony. I gotta see if I can find that.
No.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Did he vomit?
Yeah, outside of the ring. He couldn't continue. He just, they had to, I think they brought him right to the hospital, and he never fought in mixed martial arts again.
Wow.
They should have put him down. After that, man, ruptured nut. Oh my god. All right. We're still 6-5. Cincinnati scored a couple runs here, guys. Almost got a tie game in Arizona or in Cincinnati, Arizona.
Thiago Tavares. Yeah, but he fought more than one time in the UFC, Fab, didn't he? I'm talking about this guy. He was done, finished.
Well, I would be done fighting too if you ruptured my dick. I mean, don't rupture my dick.
I mean, you could probably take that, and it would be less painful than the nut.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Don't rupture my nut.
Okay, rupture your nut, you're dead.
It's the nut that hurts, not the dick. It's the
Exactly.
testes. It's the testes.
Exactly.
Don't you think that's a flaw? Don't you think that's a flaw in evolutionary design, that the men have their testicles outside of their body and they're super sensitive?
I do.
Yeah, don't you think it's unfair that the female testes are inside their body?
You know, it's not like it's dangling from your chin.
I agree. You would think like evolution, like, you know, didn't we used to have a tail? It slowly went away, and like aren't like through evolution, eventually there'll be no more appendix in people's bodies, right? You would have thought that the nuts would have just slowly started to go inward, like through evolution, but it never happened.
Maybe it was never deemed necessary. Maybe it was never a survival benefit for anybody who had a genetic defect that caused their nuts to be inside. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe our ancestors who were like some kind of weird chimpanzee looking thing, like maybe the females like to see dudes with big bulbous balls, and that's what attracted them to them. So that's why our balls are so, you know, the gene that had like balls outside of the, you know, had hanging balls or whatever was like the gene that got passed on in our species.
Where are you going to go for this kind of entertainment?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's entertainment. I'm just speculating. I'm not an evolutionary biologist by any stretch of the imagination here. I'm just throwing something out there. I mean, maybe we should call up Richard Dawkins and ask him if there's any merit to this this hypothesis I have.
Fucking New York Yankees, guys. What are they doing? 6-1, they're down.
Yeah, I stopped watching the Yankees game because I gave up on it because I'm like, well, that was money well spent, I suppose. Or
Plus
not
3.5?
well spent.
Come on, we're not out of it.
Oh, plus 3.5 is not out of it, but the money line that I had pregame is definitely gone. But I can make up for it if the Rangers hold on here. I got the Rangers at plus 124, so that's kind of a nice little nugget I got.
And fucking figures. What did I say about St. Louis? They're up 4-1 now.
That live total in the Wake Forest game is 74.5 right now. They got 38 so far.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching baseball right now, but I'm not going to watch any baseball tomorrow. Tomorrow's all college football, baby. And then Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday.
And you remember when I was saying St. Louis run line about 2 innings ago?
Yeah, I know. And I heard you bitch. They're up 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fuck, man. Every one of those. There it is.
Well, you know.
Boise State is now down to 9.5.
Hold on, are we going to see any runs here?
They were minus 14 at close, I think.
Yep. Total's 47.5. So you're getting 11 points now from the close. Can they make up for that in 3 quarters?
Jay,
I don't know.
What do you think about the Minnesota-Atlanta game? Didn't you like Atlanta?
Yeah, I kind of did like Atlanta, but when I started doing my power rankings, I was surprised how high I had Minnesota. They're really not a bad team. Kirk Cousins is really the only question mark.
One thing I'm wondering is, do you think the money line on Atlanta is worth a stab?
Oh, I think they're live, 100%. What is it?
Plus 170 is what I saw.
Yeah, I think they're alive. I mean, would it shock anybody if they went there and Matty Ice out through fucking
Kirk
Cousins? Yeah, no, that wouldn't shock me.
Who? What do you guys think of this fantasy team? I had that draft a couple days ago. I had the last pick. I had the 12th.
Oh, I think I have a fantasy team too. Let me look it up.
Jay, what do you think of that? Is the 12th spot a good spot or a bad spot in your opinion? Or do you do fantasy?
Well, I haven't in a while. My friends don't let me anymore. But is it like, is the 12th pick the last pick and then you get the 13th pick too?
Yeah, I had double pick every time.
Oh, that's not bad.
So yeah, only thing is every time my first round pick was, I don't know if it was the greatest. My first round pick was Adam Thielen.
Well, so, he's definitely a good target.
That and then I went with Marlon Mack as my 13th. I got a little scrutiny for that, but I think Mack's gonna have a great year now that Luck's not gonna be throwing the ball as much, don't you think? Marlon Mack.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to be better than people think.
Well, that's my backup quarterback. My backup's Jacoby Brissett. My starting QB is Carson Wentz.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I think Wentz is going to have a great year. I got my boy Phillip Lindsay as my second running back.
If you gave me a free future for a team to win the NFC this year, it would be the Eagles.
I like that. I like that a lot. And also, I teamed up Carson Wentz with Zach Ertz.
Oh, that's not bad either. I got the Eagles second in my power rankings. 5.5 points better than the average team on a neutral site.
Wow. So, yeah, Carson Wentz, Marlon Mack, Phillip Lindsay, Adam Thielen, I got Calvin Ridley as a second receiver. I thought he's not going to have the number one corner on him. It's going to be, what's his name, right? Jones, is it? Yeah. So I like Calvin Ridley to have a good year. What do you think of that, Jay?
He was a really good receiver in college. So
pretty good year last year too, I thought.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. My flex is Telvin Coleman from San Francisco, or Tevin.
I just remembered I got auto drafted last night because I totally forgot about the fact that I'm in my uncle's fantasy football league.
How'd you do?
Let's see. Matt Ryan's my quarterback.
Huh.
My running backs are David Johnson and Josh Jacobs. I don't know if I like Josh Jacobs. I mean, who the fuck is that? Is the guy from the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Adams and Allen. I got Adams from the Packers, who gave me like 7 points. Then I got Allen from the Chargers, and then I got
those are two number one options.
And then I got Njoku from Cleveland as my tight end.
That's good. That's solid.
I got Damian Williams as my flex from Kansas City.
Yeah. So
I got the Chargers defense, and then I got Lutz as my kicker.
Chargers defense, not terrible.
Well, I'm on the bench, though. I got guys on the bench. I could have played Robinson. He's on
he had a night.
I have a question. What about Duke Johnson Jr.? Is he any good?
Touchdown Marshall.
Wow, there you go.
I don't know.
So that total guy's in Marshall now.
So you want to hear something funny? So my uncle, the name of the league is We Stand for the Flag.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, my uncle's one of those guys. So the name of the league is We Stand for the Flag. So you know what the name of my team is?
What?
Sore Knee Needs a Rest.
I love it. I love it. What a dickhead.
Yeah. My uncle named our league We Stand for the Flag. So
I love your fucking dickery when it's not breaking my balls. Like any other time, I'm a fan of it.
Oh, anytime I'm breaking someone else's balls, you love it. But when I'm breaking your ball specifically, you're like, this son of a bitch.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I think I like your team too there. To finish off, I had Minnesota defense. I don't know if I'm high on that or not. And I got Justin Tucker though as my kicker. As you guys know, he's one of the better ones. And
all right.
Bench is Fitzgerald, Penny, Gore, Washington, Deshaun Hamilton, Brissett, and
I'm gonna
Rudolph
up some food
for Minnesota. Tight
Here, you guys can look at this teenage boy that Jason thinks is hot for a while. I'm going to go get some food.
I have the Detroit Lions 5 points better on a neutral field than the Arizona Cardinals. Now I have Arizona Cardinals home field advantage at a 2. And the actual line in the game is 2.5.
Internet's going a little funky. Sorry, Jay.
So that means that I'm within a half point of that line. Wow. My fucking power ratings are just accurate.
That's good to know. You have Wentz or you have Philly pretty high.
Yeah, I have Kansas City 1, Eagles 2, Patriots 3, Rams 4, Saints 5, Chargers 6, Cowboys 7, Steelers 8, Seahawks 9, and the Vikings 10. I have the Miami Dolphins as the worst team in the league, 7.5 points worse than the average team.
Fucking internet, man. All right, I think we're good.
Who do I have 11, Rich? Based on the rosters. See, like, and I also put in what my number was to end the 2018. So at 11, I have the Browns. Okay. They ended the year 1 point better than the average team on a neutral. This year, I have them 2.5 points better than the average team on a neutral. Then I have the Texans 12, the Ravens 13, the Bears 14, Green Bay 15, Falcons 16, the 49ers 17, the Jags 18, then the Titans 19, and the Panthers 20th. I dropped the Colts a lot, obviously, after Luck. They would have been in the top 4 teams. 21, I have the Jets right now, 1 point worse than the average team on a neutral. 22, I have the Colts 1 point worse than the average team on a neutral. And then I have the Bills in Denver 23-24, 1.5 points worse than the neutral. And then I have the Lions 2 points worse, Tampa 3 points worse, and so on and so on and so on. What do I think about Seattle this week? I think that I lean that Seattle covers that spread, but I would never lay that number in week 1. Like, my power ratings get really honed in. Like, by week 4, man, they're just dead balls accurate. Like, even I just tried. I wanted to see what the matchup would be with the Lions and the Cardinals, considering that the spread was 2.5, and it's within a half point, like clockwork. Tyler says Seattle by 1,000. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Tyler.
Where's Tyler's ass at?
Working. But I just can't lay 10 on week 1.
He needs to quit a job that has him at work on a Friday night.
Coco just took Marshall live at plus 195. That's a ballsy play, man, because they don't lose at home, Boise. But I dropped the Colts 4.5 points for Luck, and that was probably a little cheap.
Oh, you don't think Hoyer can get the job done the way Luck can?
Well, it's Jacoby Brissett.
Hold on, fellas.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey. Yeah, Adam here just saying he doesn't understand with the 12th spot. I didn't go running back, or running back tight end. Yeah, I hear you there. Running backs are getting snagged up like crazy. I ended up going running back, tight end. My next pick, so 3-4 was running back, tight end, but I did go running back, wide receiver, running back.
Okay, Jay. So I'm looking at the NFL card. And I think probably, let's say, we grab the Chargers and the Cowboys on a teaser. I'd also take the Cowboys and the Panthers.
Well, you have my card there. You know what I did. I bet 3 teasers.
Yeah, I didn't like one of them though.
I didn't have the chart. I don't know, Ant. That game,
the Chargers were the best team in the AFC last season.
When I first look, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have the Chargers right now as the 6th best team in the league, right?
That's disrespectful. They're like the 3rd best team in the league last year.
Right now, I have Kansas City, the Eagles, and the Patriots 1, 2, 3. I have the Rams 4, the Saints 5, and the Chargers 6. There's something about that game that said that my initial reaction was, "Wow, they're going to cover that spread." Now that Luck is out, but now I thinking about it, man, I think that game's going to be competitive. That defense for fucking the Colts is legit. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to be able to move the ball, even though I respect the Chargers defense a lot. But I don't know. Something tells me if you gave me a free bet on the game, I would probably take the 6.5. If you gave me a free bet. I could be wrong. They could beat them by 17. But
the problem with the Chargers is you can't give them normal home field advantage.
Yeah, I gave them 1.75.
Really? That's generous.
Yeah. Well, you know why though? Because you don't think that like a normal home field should be 3 points anymore. And I still count it as a normal home field to be 3. That's why. You probably count it as like 2, right? So you would think the Chargers should be more like 1.
I wouldn't even give them 1. I don't think they have any. Like maybe a half a point, if that. They play in a soccer stadium with more away fans than their own fans. I mean, I don't see how that's advantageous. That's one of the reasons why I thought I was so impressed with them last year was they were doing that with no home field advantage.
I respect them. I think they're good. I think they're really good. As a matter of fact,
people forget this. Okay, so I mean, do you remember that the Chargers had the best record in the AFC? It was literally like the 3rd or 4th tiebreaker that gave them the wild card.
Yeah, but I mean, they got beat by 45 when they played the Patriots in the playoffs. You know,
I mean, tomato. Now we're splitting hairs.
I have them as the 3rd AFC team in the league. KC, the Pats, and then the Chargers.
D Money's drunk.
Cheers, D Money.
I think that the Colts are going to hang around in that game. And I think I would probably take the 6.5, even though I'm not going to bet it. I think there's better spots on the board. I don't like the game. I think it's too close. Scrapped it completely. It was a complete pass.
You like the Dolphins +7 at home?
No. I think they're number 32 in my power rankings. I think they're the worst.
Think they're the worst team in the league?
Yeah, I think they are the single worst team in the league. I have them the dead last. 29 through 32 is the Giants, Redskins, Cardinals, Dolphins.
Well, you're really low on the Giants.
Have you seen their quarterback?
That can't possibly be a serious question, right?
Well, I guess, yeah.
They have a quarterback that should have retired 3 years ago. They lost the best, one of the top 5 wide receivers in football. The only defensive player on the team worth their salt, Landon Collins, goes to Washington in their division. And the one shining light on the team is a running back in a passing game in 2019. The NFL is a passing league.
Oh, thanks for saying that, Jay, because wasn't I the one who's getting all that shit the other day for saying running backs don't matter? And I didn't know the truth hurt so many people's fifis, you know.
I mean, you know, are there 3-4 running backs in the league that are considered quote unquote special? Maybe, yeah, but you can't possibly tell me Ezekiel Elliott is worth that money when you can find somebody 75% as good as him for 1/4 of the money.
1/4 of the money? You're being generous. You can find somebody 80% as good as him.
Am I being generous?
Draft for
1/4?
Yeah, for less than 1/4 of the money.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'm kind of looking at the lines though, and I'm just thinking, okay, so obviously put Baltimore in a teaser with San Francisco, get San Francisco to +7.5 against a bad Tampa Bay team.
I don't hate that because the road teams that I was close to betting were Detroit and road favorites, not road teams, road favorites. Detroit and Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to fucking destroy Miami. I just don't want to lay that much wood on the road in week 1. Yeah. I think Detroit's a better team than fucking Arizona.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the problem I have, though, with that 49ers is the total's 50.5. So that makes it a little bit tougher to do a teaser with that, with the total being at 50.
Yeah, they're expecting a lot of points in that game.
Yeah, I mean, but you have a man crush on Jimmy G, which I don't blame you. He's a very attractive man, so I understand why you masturbate to Jimmy G all the time.
I love Jimmy G. Big Jimmy G guy.
Yeah, I know. So I was thinking, the 49ers probably win this game, let alone be +1.5.
Yeah, I agree, Ant. I think the 49ers win, but they were on the road. I think Detroit wins, but they're on the road laying.
Well, what I like about the Cardinals here is they're +2.5 as a home team. So that's an automatic teaser play.
You know what? I get it, but I took the other road team that was +2.5. That's a better team and teased at 8.5.
Yeah, I know that, but like me, like I don't really care about the teams when I do teasers. All I'm looking at is the number and how I can move it. So I'm like, I mean, the worst team in the league. I mean, the best team in the league. Who's number 1 in your power ratings? The Patriots or like the Saints or something?
Yeah, Kansas City.
Kansas. Okay, so Kansas City at home against Miami would be a 14-point spread right now.
Yeah.
All right. That's with home field advantage, and that's the best team in the league versus the worst team in the league, power rated wise. So why wouldn't I take 2 teams that are in the middle, Arizona and the Lions, and then take the home team that's already a dog and put them up over a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate your whoever's +2 at home. I'm teasing them to 8. I don't hate that. I think more times than not that's 1/2 of a winning side of a teaser. So I understand that. I get it.
And another one I'm looking at too. I mean, it's not a home team. I really love doing the +2.5 to +8.5 with home teams, but this total's so fucking low. The Bills at +2.5 against the Jets, and it's not exactly like the Jets are hot shakes either. I mean, the Jets are kind of a mediocre team.
Yeah, I agree completely.
So take the Bills to +8.5. Because that total's 40.5 points. So they're telling you points are going to be a premium in this game. They're saying this is going to be a
and I think the play is the game. Yeah, I think the play is the under in that game. I don't understand why the total went from 38.5 to 40.5.
Yeah.
What does the public see right now to push that total to?
Well, the thing is the public sees a total of 38 and they want to bet the over because that's a low number. Don't ever question what the public sees when they bet overs. The public doesn't bet unders in the NFL. So when you say the play on a total, the total's 40.5. You say the play on this game is the under. How do you not take the Bills as part of a teaser league then?
I get that. Yeah, I understand that. I think that they move the ball between the 30s and it's a field goal fest. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Ravens -5 and Niners. How do you got the Ravens -5? That game's a touchdown.
What do you mean?
Bob Taylor says I got Ravens -5 and Niners +1.
Oh, well, they opened -5.
Oh, they did. They opened the Ravens -5?
Yeah.
Oh wow, then Bob got a great number.
I think that's the one team on the road this week that I wouldn't be afraid of laying it.
Aaron says Ant is making sense here. I sense like he's saying for once with that comment. I sense he's like, wow, Ant's finally making sense, guys. How about that? I'm reading into the comments there.
like my quick take on that Chiefs game, right?
Oh, hold on.
Why is the line
I don't mean to cut you off, but I am saying I do have a play on the Giants-Dodgers game. I don't remember if I gave it out at the beginning of the show or not, but I am on the Giants at +255. So if anybody wants to tail that, I do have a half unit risked on the Giants at +255 in this Giants-Dodgers game that's about to start in about 10 minutes. So what were you saying, Jay? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead.
Let me find it. Okay. This Kansas City game, right? I got them as the best team in football, right? The line opens at 3 on the road. They're -3. Now, the line has stayed at 3.5 basically the entire week. Why? That line should have moved. It's weird that it stayed there all week. That scares me off. I think the play in that game is under 52. It's going to be 100 degrees there. Jacksonville is projected out on Football Outsiders analytics to be the #1 defense in football this year with their DVOA projection. Okay. Kansas City has an improved defense. I think that even if they beat them handily, the play in that game is under 52 because that line it's weird that it's just stuck there at 3 all week. I don't get it. Like it just seems off to me.
The Cubs team total I bet was 4.5, not 3.5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got the juice right, but the total is 4.5.
I think the play in that game's under 52. Now it moved from 52 to 51.5.
I'm looking at 50.5.
Oh, are you really? Wow.
Yeah.
Earlier today when I was on when I did the show at Flash, it was 51.5. So it's moving in my direction. Yeah. The road team I'm most confident of laying it with is the Ravens.
You did a show at Flash today?
Yeah. I think they are gonna they're gonna dick stomp Miami.
They had this one British guy give out NFL picks on that show last season. It was brutal to watch. Who the fuck wants to listen to a British guy's opinion on the NFL?
I only bet one. When I sent out the NFL picks, I only sent out one side, and it was an underdog. And I don't understand that line either. I know you hate them and you don't respect them, but I think that fucking line is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
That horse race there, I put it.
Is that why the lines moved?
Exacta box.
Yeah, the SBR odds opener is saying 7, and right now it's 6.5, 7.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's 6.5 is what I'm looking at now. So if it's market wide at 6.5 then everybody was thinking the same thing you were.
Yeah. But yeah, I do. The article that I wrote, that fucking parlay article that Alex is making me write. I teased.
I love how you say that too. The fucking parlay article they make me write.
Yeah, you know me. I don't bet parlays. So I teased. I made it a teaser, and I teased Dallas down to 1, and I teased Baltimore down to 0.5. I think that's rock solid.
So basically, you're just saying Dallas and Baltimore win, which you just want Dallas and Baltimore to beat 2 of the worst teams in the league.
Let me ask you a question. You're a Giants fan, right?
Affirmative.
When is the last time that the talent gap has been this wide between the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants? 20 years?
Longer.
I
don't know. I mean, dude, I'm only 35. I can't remember.
I mean, I understand. It's a division game, which means they're usually closer. They're familiar with each other, but the talent gap is so wide between these two teams that I would.
The problem is the Cowboys have had talent for years. They just have a horrible head coach. Oh my god, I'm going to fucking murder that dog. Hold on.
Cash to ticket, Jay. Horse race there. 2-6 exacta box. The 2-6 came in.
Nice. What'd it pay?
It's just, I think it was, let me check here.
Oh, my boy Steve.
4.5 to 1. I got it pre-line there, so 4.52 to 1.
You'll take that.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's right. So I gave it out last second there. You guys were talking, but I put it out in the chat. So hopefully you guys could get on that one.
Steve, you want me to send you an invite, bro? You want to come hang out?
Stevie, what's going on, man?
I miss you, bro.
Those allowance races are a lot easier to lock in. Stakes allowance. Fuck those maidens, man.
What track were you at?
Charlestown.
Oh, why are you betting those fucking dog shit tracks?
It's a deadly track to dabble with. I hear you. But you know what? I'm going to take my money there, and we're not putting another $1 down in any race because that was the only race I liked.
You got any big races tomorrow?
I'll look into it, guys. I'll send it a tweet, put some stuff in the Discord, jump on with Jay on the Sports Keg tomorrow.
You going to be around, Gog, or are you going to play fucking golf tomorrow?
Let me check the weather.
Yo,
I shot a 78 though on Monday. Could have been better. I was on fire. The putter stick's working, Jay. The putter stick's working.
Is it?
Oh, I figured it out. I'm like Matsuyama the last few days. Let's see the weather here. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so yeah, I'll be here, buddy.
That's what I want to hear.
That's right.
I'll be on at 10 o'clock in the morning, though.
Oh,
10 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, well, we are.
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi card, Ant. The fight cast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump on at some point with you guys.
So I'm gonna go right through. We'll have a nice 50-50 mix of college and MMA.
Matt is 1-1 on his plays from between the seams today.
Well done, Matty.
That Cardinals team or the Pirates team total hit for him, but the Blue Jays got shut out, so that team total didn't hit. But I know he was on the D-backs; they're winning, so that's good. He was on the Royals, and they're up 3-0. So I passed on that game, but he liked the Royals there.
The Yankees, you suck.
Yeah, we were both on the Yankees, and they're fucking both of us right up the keister. So hooray!
Yeah, a 2-run homer would salvage it, but yeah. What do we got here? 3-0 Royals, 2-2 still Phillies, Mets. Just underway in San Diego with Colorado, San Diego here.
Oh yeah, I'm on San Diego here.
Any second here, yeah.
Colorado's got a nobody pitching tonight.
Another one.
Oh my god. Dude, this guy was drafted in 2008. He's been a professional baseball player for 10 years. Guess how many innings he's pitched in actual MLB? As a full-time professional baseball player for the last decade. Guess how many innings in MLB, in Major League Baseball, he's actually pitched?
How many?
28.
Oh, wow.
And what do you think about Whale Capper's only play that he doubled up on and bet more than one unit on, the under in the Cleveland game?
What do I think? I don't have an opinion on that, but if Whale Capper really likes it, I'm sure it's pretty sharp. Whale Capper is really sharp on NFL. I mean, I listened to the guy's podcast, him and Andy.
Yeah, he's great.
And they're pretty good guys. So I'm sure it can't be that bad of a play if he's on it.
Yeah. I mean, I get where he's coming from.
45, huh? You don't like it? When you go, when you say I get where he's coming from, that's kind of like, I don't hate it, but I'm not on it.
I lean that way. I don't know if I like it enough to make a play, but I think if you gave me a free play, I would take the under.
Okay, so here's my favorite play of the. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, okay. My favorite play on the card, and no one's talking about it, and I don't understand why. But maybe it's just because I think this team's way worse than everybody else thinks they are.
Okay.
Like, I literally don't give a flying fuck about power ratings or talent levels or anything like that. Their quarterback is trash, and their head coach is the worst head coach in the league.
Okay.
So how the fuck do you not just fade the Raiders?
I was going to say Oakland.
Oh, I can't argue that, bro. Everybody's on Denver.
How is John Gruden a head coach in the NFL again? He wasn't even that good when he left the league.
I'm telling you right now, Ant, that's a very public side. Everybody's taking Denver.
What do you got to say about that, Jay? What do you think?
I agree. I mean, give me one reason to take Oakland. There's literally not one.
Yeah. Let's go Denver.
That's what I mean. I know Goji's going to be all over this.
What's up,
Rob? Who is Denver's head coach? It doesn't matter who Denver's head coach is. I'm talking about fucking Oakland's head coach, John Gruden. Tyler. Let's ask Tyler. Tyler fancies himself a bit of an NFL capper and all that. Hey, Tyler, does Denver butt fuck Oakland here?
I think it'll be closer than people think. Won't just be a blowout. It's not what Flacco does.
No, you think
that's going to be like a 24-14 game, maybe. It's going to be a really boring one.
Yeah, but do you like Denver on
Steve? You got to turn us off, bro. The echo.
No, it's not me. I already turned it off before I came in the studio.
All right. Oh, wait a minute.
Let me hear
us.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it now. I muted Steve. Yeah, it's you, buddy. Go out and come back in.
All right. Might be the breeze. I'll come back.
You guys want to hear a stat that I found out?
But Tyler, don't you agree with that? I mean, can you think of one reason to be on the Raiders?
No. I would either take Denver, the under, or just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm. I think Oakland team total under.
Rob in the chat. Yeah, I think Gruden's terrible. Gruden wasn't even that good of a coach when he left the league a decade ago, and now you're pulling him out, and now you're dusting him off of Monday Night Football to make him your head coach again. Look what he did last year.
And the only reason I stayed off the game was because they're on the road.
The road? Oh, you mean that stadium you mean in that stadium where all the fans don't care anymore because they basically said goodbye to them last year? It's their last fucking year in Oakland. I mean, what kind of the black hole don't exist anymore, boo?
You don't think that place is going to be jammed?
Fuck no.
It's Oakland.
Team's abandoning them. They don't give
it'll
a
be
shit.
jammed.
It'll be jammed.
They said they're surprised.
And those are diehard fans, though. I would think that place is going to be crazy.
I think they said their goodbyes last year, and I think that how is there any fans left in Oakland? How seriously, how? They're in Las Vegas next year.
Rob said, okay, he won a Super Bowl. Get it, but Denver's coach is a nobody. Well, Denver's got Fangio now, don't they?
The Fangio is the coach now.
Yeah.
Fangio is defensive minded. I don't know. Denver's first stringers were decent. We won a lot of first halves. We didn't win the game, but
he won a Super Bowl in 2002. Come on.
Aaron said if my team was leaving, I wouldn't go. Me too. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't go either.
He won a Super Bowl in 2002, and he did nothing after that, or was it 2003? One of those two. And then what happened? He got fired 6 years later. He didn't even have any. He had a losing record his last 4 years in the league. Come on.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if he won a Super Bowl in 2003 or whatever?
Denver's going to go as far as Flacco takes them. It's pretty obvious. It's going to be.
You guys want to hear the record for divisional dogs from 2014 to 2018 in Week 1?
Yeah, it's like 17-4, isn't it?
Dead on 17-4-1.
Yeah. I just thought to myself, you know what? If they were home, I would be on them.
Yeah.
The fact that they weren't scared me off, but I get it, Ant. I get it.
Back in Denver in the first couple of weeks is easy money. They always start off the season like 3 or 4-0.
They have Denver schedules too. Denver does.
I think this is going to be a hot take, and I might regret it come Monday, but I'm going to say it. I think the Denver-Oakland game is the closest thing to free money on the entire NFL card.
All right, well, listen to this, okay? Now, what is the current line? Does anybody know what the current line is?
-1 I got.
It's a pick 'em. I got it at a pick 'em.
I got -1.
I'm looking at, let me check. -1 too. Okay. I have Denver 1.5 points worse than the average team. I have Oakland 4 points worse than the average team. That's 2.5 right there.
Field goal, yeah.
I have Oakland's home field as a 2, right? So what is that? That averages out to a half point. So
you have Denver on the road. You have a stat for Denver on the road.
I have Denver -0.5 point should be the line, and that's dead on balls between Ant's pick'em and my -1.
It moved too. They were like a +2, +1.5, I believe.
So
just open. The monies came out.
So that tells me no value.
You have the audacity to give Oakland 2 points of home field advantage.
I think, because I think that they'll be going crazy there in their last year.
Yeah,
all five of their remaining fans are going to go crazy.
Well, we're going to find out on Monday night if everybody's in their black paint with spikes coming out of their shoulders. Then we're going to know.
The team's pretty shit.
So I mean,
I love it.
They've been shit.
You're right. The team
is shit. Yeah, I mean, bro, I have them ranked 28th. How far do you want me to put them down?
No, I know, but like the crowd will be roaring. But like, I think the crowd's gonna be disappointed come fourth quarter. Like,
well, Rob keeps going. Rob in the chat keeps hammering on Flacco as if Derek Carr is supposed to have a 10-inch dick or something.
Well, like Denver is going to go as Flacco takes us.
In Rob's defense, Joe Flacco is dog shit.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, I've
been dog shit for the last 6 years.
Look, I'm not going to sit up here and defend Joe Flacco, so that's not going to be my angle. But my angle is dude, Derek Carr's dog shit also. But
what?
I
You're
don't
right.
know, and I'm going to be honest with you. I literally did not know who Denver's coach was until a few minutes ago when somebody said some feller named Fangini in the chat. And I have no idea who the fuck that guy is.
The defensive coordinator from the Bears last year.
Okay, but I guarantee you this Fangini feller is 15 times better than John Gruden. All right. I'm sorry.
Fangini, that was cute.
This motherfucker comes off the Monday Night Football broadcast booth after a decade and fancies himself a head coach again because some fucking goofball with a terrible haircut fucking hired him.
Don't talk about coconut head like that.
But what I'm saying is, where's the value? I've got a 0.5 point difference between the ratings and the current line.
All right, you know what the value is? The value is in a winning bet, and the fucking Broncos are winning the goddamn game. That's the value, motherfucker.
I'm not going to argue. I think they win the game too. I mean,
again, it's as far as Flacco takes us, guys. I swear, if he goes down, we're royally fucked.
Steve, what's up, brother? Steve, what's your favorite look on Sunday?
I mean, like when I was going through the lines the other night, I was on the show, and the thing that jumped out to me, I would never forget what Andy Reid, and I realized Jacksonville is not New England, but what Andy Reid and Kareem Hunt's freshman season went up to Foxborough and did, bro. I mean, I know that Jacksonville is going to have a stud defense, and of course they've got a better quarterback than they've had probably in the last decade, but I'm still concerned about what they protect. Can they protect this quarterback? And I know they drafted a lineman. I think they brought somebody else in. The line looked a little suspect to me. I believe I watched them in week 3 of the preseason. If I'm not mistaken, I watched a bit of preseason with Foles under center. I can't remember who they were playing, but it seems to me that the line is still a weak spot. Obviously, you have to have some weak spot.
My point is
that's a crucial weak spot.
There's no more public side in the NFL right now than the Kansas City Chiefs, and the books won't move that line. Why?
I don't know.
So you're getting the hook on the 3 on a home team, aren't you?
Yeah, it's at 3.5.
Yeah.
If I had to
I
play,
would have much rather gotten
grab
3.
it, don't it?
I think my opinion on the whole Nick Foles situation is this: what he did in Philly was spectacular, right? But the bottom line is the two things he won't have is that Philly offensive line and Doug Peterson's system. I think he was successful in that offense because of Peterson's system, not because of his skill level.
Well, so I agree.
I think he'll be an upgrade from Bortles, but he's not going to do what he did in Philly.
Well, that system somewhat follows him to Jacksonville with that offensive coordinator that won the Super Bowl with him in Philly.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but you can never.
You're never going to replicate it, but there's still going to be little things that they can do to keep him comfortable down there.
Yeah, but you can't discount the confidence level of a guy with a big dick. So let's just be honest here. Big Dick Nick Foles is probably going to take the Jags to a division title.
Because I thought that Chiefs line was suspect, I thought the play was under 52.
There it is. That's what I was going to say.
The OC that they actually won that Super Bowl with left and went to Indianapolis last year. Ty.
He did?
They must have lost another OC this year that went to Jacksonville, but yeah, the OC that they won the Super Bowl with is now the head coach of Indy, if I'm not mistaken. Am I not correct on that, Jay?
I have to check.
Here, I'll check it right now.
Yeah, the head coach.
I think you're right.
He was a first-year head coach last year, and he was the OC for the Super Bowl champion Eagles. I can't remember his name right now.
T, I'm sending you these pictures, but they're for you. They're not for nobody else.
Okay.
Texas won, so cash that plus 124. Hooray!
Nice.
That should make up. That should make up for the fucking Yankees.
I've literally
Good job, man.
bet nothing today.
I seen one thing that Mahomes only threw for 300 yards. Once. After
the Astros got 2-run lead right now, so that's pretty good.
What year did Philly win the Super Bowl? Was that 17?
Yeah, that was the Super Bowl that I live bet the over 70 whatever at, and then it won with a field goal with like 40 seconds left.
I see Rich G is in full agreement with you guys on that Chiefs Jags under. What's up, Rich? I saw you shout me out. I just didn't get a chance to shout you back.
That Philly Super Bowl was probably the only Super Bowl I rooted for the Patriots in.
Really?
Man, Houston got a run on a bad error, and then Vogelbach, my favorite non-Cub player, goes and bashes a dinger, and he very slowly trots around the bases like a fat boy would. Look how Vogelbach trots around the fucking bases after a home run. He looks like he's winded.
Huh.
I love this guy. It's just like
leave chubby people alone, bro.
I love him. I told you he's my favorite player that's not a Cub. I just love him. He's just like this big, fat, messy, out of shape kid who gives no fucks. He just goes up there and says, "I'm going to bash a dinger or two," and he just goes and does it. He bashes the dinger, and that's what he just did. I love him.
Steve, you're right. That was Frank Reich. That was the OC in Philly.
Yeah.
When he went to Indy. It was the quarterback's coach that ended up following Foles to Jacksonville, John DeFilippo.
Okay. Which still is was it the same quarterback coach that they had when they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he was. It says it in the article. It says he was credited with getting him ready for that run and everything. So,
Steve, what did you think about the plays for Saturday and Sunday?
I was about to say Matt's play on the Phillies team total just cashed.
There we go.
Yeah,
nice, Matt.
That was given out on Between the Seams.
Jay, honestly, I the ones you sent out early, I bet those immediately, and I felt pretty good about both of them. I didn't really cap them. I read your cap, and I mean, it made sense. But I looked at the card you sent out late last night, but I haven't really actually, I was so busy again today. I just, yeah. Go
How's
ahead.
the boat? Is the boat good? You're everything all right?
Oh, it's screwed, bro.
Oh,
we finally got a starter on today. The motor's locked up, man.
Damn.
I don't know. So we got to pull the
from the hurricane. It took damage.
No. Hang on, let me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. No, somebody was calling me. No, it was no damage. It was fine from the hurricane. We didn't get any damage from the hurricane. But what happened is the starter had been bad for about a year, and since we hadn't really been up here, apparently we got a bunch of water in the bilge, and some of the water must have gotten into the engine somehow and froze the damn engine up. So if we can't get in there, and we got to pull the fuel injectors and lube them up. Giggity.
Hopefully that expansion in there didn't crack anything.
That was for Ant. And hopefully let them sit a couple of days and we can get it started.
Yeah.
Other than that, right now we got a big floating houseboat.
Yeah.
I don't know, but shit's crazy. I fill you in on some of the crap that's been going on.
I know when you're MIA, something's going down.
Oh, dude, it's just been nuts, man. I mean, I've been living Murphy's Law for the better part of the last 2 months. Hey, Rob, and let's see, Castillo and grape juice, D Money. Yeah. So I'm gonna look at because I was a little twisted up too when I looked at the card the other night, Jay. Like no big surprise, but so,
Happens to the best of
so
us.
I'm gonna look at it again um, and see. Um, you know, I was listening to Florio today, and he was talking about one of these unders, and I can't remember which it was. I remember the line was, I want to say it was 46. Might have been Broncos Raiders, Lions Cardinals. He said he really likes the under. What's the under over in that game? Because you got a Lions head
46.
coach, 46.
Yeah.
Yes. And I listened to his logic on it. You got a completely unproven rookie starting quarterback for the Cardinals, a completely unproven even college coach when he was coaching NCAA football at Texas Tech for the Cardinals, bringing a new system that, okay, yeah, so pro football hasn't seen the air raid yet. What's the name that looked too hot? He had one good game the opening week in preseason. I didn't see if he played in week 4.
That Arizona head coaching hire might be the worst NFL hire in over a decade.
The Giants have the bases loaded right now with one out in the first inning against Kershaw.
I read that a lot of NFL players want to beat the hell out of the Cardinals this year and just get that system out of the NFL because they said it doesn't belong there.
What, the system that
the air raid,
Kingsbury is bringing?
They said they want to beat the dog shit out of that team and send them out.
How does that guy get a fucking head coaching job?
Why did they say the air raid
I
doesn't
couldn't believe
belong
it.
in the NFL? I mean, we don't know it doesn't belong in the NFL until we actually see it?
Well, that's what all the older players are saying. That's why they
Well, that's because they're
else?
fucking old and old people suck. So, I mean.
But you know what I said today that was news to me, Jay? He said that the Jets had also demonstrated some degree of interest in what's his name, the guy from Texas Tech that Arizona hired,
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, that's the first I'd heard of that. But I've been a little out of the loop this year.
I don't know who's worse, him or the guy we got, Crazy Eyes Gase.
I'd rather have
I think Gase is definitely worse than
I'd rather have Gase.
I'd rather have Kingsbury. You know why? Because Gase has already been proven to be a shitty shitty head coach. Cliff Kingsbury, you don't know. I mean, he might turn out to be horrendous, but he might turn out to be like, oh, holy crap, why did we never try this air raid thing before? The Cardinals are really good. You don't fucking know until we see what happens.
Didn't he have a losing record in the Big 12, though? I mean,
yeah, it was like
I'm going to be honest with you, Jay. I said the same thing when he got hired. I said, why did they hire Cliff Kingsbury? That seems kind of weird. They hired
Cliff Kingsbury because that was their easy out to go draft Kyler Murray and get rid of Josh Rosen.
But that might be it. But my point is like, I'm not defending Cliff Kingsbury here, but if you want to go who's got the worst coaching hire, right off the bat, it has to be the Jets because Gase is actually a proven commodity to be dumb.
You know what though? Peyton Manning's on record saying he's the smartest and the best coach that's ever coached them.
Yeah, he said he was wasn't he that offensive coordinator in Denver that year Peyton went off?
Yeah.
Well, he was the smartest and best. Whatever. Who cares what Peyton Manning says? He has a big forehead.
I hate Peyton Manning.
That is an interesting insight, though. And I mean,
what?
I'd rather have
Manning has a big forehead, so it's
no.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean,
because you know that.
Your observation that at least. I mean, you could look at it from that perspective that a completely untested, unproven commodity that's arguably a mystery, is better than a guy that couldn't get far in Miami. Not that he had a whole lot to work with. I think he's got a whole lot more to work with at the Jets than he does than he had at Miami.
Walla Walla says, "How can you hate Peyton Manning? What the fuck?"
Because I could literally open the side of his head and go live in there. That's how big it is.
He won that Super Bowl, baby. I love him.
I'm indifferent about Peyton Manning. I don't hate or love him.
I seen Shaq on the Papa John's commercials yesterday, and I got happy I didn't have to see that fucking retard's face anymore.
But his younger brother's been the quarterback of my favorite team for years, and I'll tell you right now. I mean, Eli.
Apparently the fucking hate is real at the Sports Keg for Peyton Manning.
I don't know what it's been. It's been since I was younger. When I would see him on the screen, or when I would have to play that guy in Madden, the audibles, and when he would stand back there and just prance up and down with his feet, I literally just wanted to beat him over the head with a rock.
Well, Tyler, you'll probably really enjoy then. Going back to 1997 then, and watching the Orange Bowl between Tennessee and Nebraska when Nebraska basically took Peyton Manning and shoved his head up his ass.
Yeah. Rob said people hate winners. I know. Rob gets that Alabama hate every day.
I love Tom Brady.
Well, Peyton Manning wasn't a winner when he played Nebraska, so there's that.
Does anybody think that Cody Brissett?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
I was going to say, can we agree, though, that if you swap Peyton Manning and Tom Brady for Manning's time on the Colts, and Brady was given Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark, and Reggie Wayne, could you imagine what would have happened?
Tyler, you want to know what trumps those guys? Bill Belichick.
True. But just imagine if he had the receivers.
Hold on. Yeah, you mean Tom Brady, who had Ocho Cinco and
Randy Moss.
He had
Randy Moss and Edelman.
And the greatest coach to ever live, on Earth ever.
Gronkowski. Tom Brady doesn't have the weapons. All he has is the greatest tight end of a generation. I mean, no weapons for Tom Brady except for that Gronkowski.
Don't get Ant going. Don't get Ant going on the fucking Patriots.
Keith says put Aaron Rodgers on Pat because he had
if you're gonna come out here and go, well, Tom Brady didn't have any weapons. I'm like, what the fuck is Gronk? Come on.
Yes, Keith. Yes, Keith. I think Aaron Rodgers does.
Yeah, I think he might have 9.
I know you're Tyler. I know you're 22, so you're probably a baby when he first came into the league. But literally, you were a baby when Tom Brady first came in the league. That's kind of asinine to say, but it's true. But I mean, Tom Brady had Randy fucking Moss one season. You know what he did when he had Randy fucking Moss?
Yeah,
16-0.
Keith says, if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Pats, does he have 7 rings? 100%.
Yeah, he might have 12.
Now,
he's definitely more physically talented.
What were you saying about Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, I said Cody, and then I realized after I stopped that it's Jacoby. So, all right, that line in that game at the Chargers initially opened at 3.5, and it moved quickly down to 3. I'm talking about it opened when the Lions first came out months ago, and it quickly moved down to 3. So essentially what the market is saying right now is that Andrew Luck is worth 3.5 points over Jacoby Brissett. Now, I want to say this. I mean, I know Andrew Luck was a stupendous quarterback last year.
I got him.
He was a potential MVP.
Just so you know, I put him as 4.5. He was worth 4.5 points in my power ratings when I dropped them down. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, so you think the drop off to Brissett is 4.5 points
on a neutral field? Yeah, I do.
Because I don't know, I was pretty impressed with how well Jacoby Brissett adapted being thrown into an offense as a starter that he'd never played in before. Sure, they didn't win a lot of games, but he didn't have much help that year. That was his rookie year. Traded from New England, and it took the kid a few weeks, but he started playing pretty damn decent. He's highly mobile, and he seems to have a pocket presence to me. And I don't know. I mean, to me, I think if that line maybe moves a little more towards San Diego, because I mean, not San Diego, the Chargers, because the Chargers are all beat up. I'm not sure who's not playing on Sunday right now. I'd have to look at that, but I would definitely be inclined to look at Indy.
I was impressed. I think,
Hey,
from everything that he's shown us, he's looked good. He hasn't looked bad.
Hey, Jay.
He's poised, man. The kid has poise.
Yeah.
Remember that time you were like, man, everybody's on the over this Marshall-Boise game? And I was like, kind of makes you want to take the under, doesn't it? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 7-7 at halftime.
I know. I've been watching the game. I know.
God.
Wow.
It fucking pisses me off. Why didn't I bet that?
I think I bet that Boise game. What was the line? What was Boise laying in that game?
It closed at 14, but it opened at 12.
I think I made a bet at -13. Just predicated without even capping it. I might be in trouble. I predicated that entirely on their.
I think Gogie's on the over too, Steve.
Yeah, I'm on the over too, Steve.
No, I took Boise. I think.
Kiss your money goodbye.
Oh, you took Boise and he took the over. Okay.
The total's still 40.5. It's, I got 49.5. So
you need a big second half to hit that total.
Let's see it, guys.
Yeah. Well, they're in. They're playing in Boise, aren't they? It's not a neutral field, is it?
Yeah, they're playing on the blue turf. They're in Boise.
On the blue turf. So, all right. So
the Giants squandered that bases loaded opportunity because fuck me. Just fuck it all.
Chef Mike tried to warn everybody not to back Brazil.
Time for a second cocktail. Right back.
Get that cocktail in you.
Oh my God.
Sure, I'll just take the phone with me.
Everybody else drinks on this fucking show. You might as well.
You don't, you bitch.
I don't. You're right.
Fucking pussy.
That's all I do, Jay. But see, at least tonight, I didn't come on already inebriated.
I have a feeling Jay's like super boring to hang out with.
No, I mean, if I was out at a bar with you guys, would I get hammered? Yeah, I probably would. But like
absolutely, you would.
Every day of the week while I'm sitting here doing a show, am I looking to put down a plastic bottle of vodka or a fucking 12-pack? No, I'm not.
In fairness, as Aaron points out in the chat, it is called the KegCast.
You're right. And believe me, I'm happy that you drink beers from your local brewery, considering that it's called the KegCast.
But we would like you to drink the actual whole keg instead of just single beers.
Yeah.
We'll do that together. I hope you drink the keg.
Makachev is I think that's the best spot on the board, Slayer.
So the Pirates are putting a pummeling on the fucking Cardinals here, and my Cubs are taking advantage of this opportunity to pick up a game on the Cardinals by getting their shit pushed in by the fucking Brewers.
Oh, here's that line from training day. Did you ever get your shit pushed in by the homies?
You see, and that's such like an amateur move too. Like, you don't get your shit pushed in. You're not like, if you know you're going to be taking it up the ass. You
wait a minute. What's happening right now? We just took a violent turn. What?
I'm just saying if you actually get your ship pushed in, that's a very rookie maneuver.
What just happened?
What up, Corey? I got a Japanese baseball play though. I'm waiting to give out.
Aaron said, "Jay, don't stop him. Let's see how this ends."
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you're planning on anal sex at any time in the near future, you make sure you're prepared for it. You know. So, like, if you actually do get your ship pushed in, you were not planning on having anal sex that day. So it was probably rape. Which would probably be why they say, yeah, I got my shit pushed in, when they say they got their ass kicked. Because, like, you obviously were not planning for it. So that's why.
In a minute, I'm going to put a disclaimer at the bottom of this fucking show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. I think Goji's got a Japanese baseball play to give out.
Go.
That's right.
Let's go.
All right, let's do A or B. Not rating wise, just I got 2 plays here I gave it on the Discord. We'll do the Yakult Yumori guys under 9. I got -110 at Bet Online about 2 o'clock earlier today. So depending on what you got, if it's still 9, -120, I'd still take it. Yakult Yumori was under last night, guys. We had the under last night, and I think it's going to continue. Again tonight. Yakult Yumori at 4 a.m. Eastern time.
How do you watch these games? Like, what kind of stream do you watch?
I just found a really good stream, actually. I hope I bookmarked it. My last one had a lot of viruses. I guess a lot of viruses came up, so I had to ditch it.
I get everything on Players Club, bro. It's awesome.
Players Club, there you go.
How have you been doing the last couple of weeks in Japanese baseball?
This week's been good. It's been a nice start to September there. I tried to claw my way out. August there, I was down about 7 units. I can't lie. It was a rough August there, guys. Just some run lines I had just went a little south on me. Some unders you missed by a half a run, but overall I'm still up. On the year, I believe it's 5 units. That 7 units took away 12. So, but still, guys, I got other plays that I'm giving out too. So
say
shoot
a 12-inch unit.
Sorry, what was that?
Did you just say a 12-inch unit?
What?
That's ridiculous.
What are we laughing at?
I'm not sure Gogi even got the reference. A 12. People call the Johnson their unit, their schlong, their.
I got you now.
Don't explain it to him. It's funnier if it goes over his head.
No, but Gogi's my buddy, man. I can't. Come on. But does anybody have any idea why the Rams went from opening at -3 to in the past week and a half down? Now I'm seeing -1.5 at the visitors. Is this like an overkill on the potential for the Super Bowl hangover or something? Or
I think I was watching Jimmy earlier, and I think he was on the under, and Whale Capper was on the over. And I know the one bet that Twatty has made is laying the 2.5 with the Rams, which makes sense. I like it, especially because Cooper Kupp is back on the offense, and he was the linchpin in that offense.
Absolutely.
When he went out and missed half the year, that offense was never the same.
Plummeted. It just you're right. Absolutely, I agree 1,000%. Cooper Kupp is Edelman for for the Rams offense.
The Rockies just threw the Padres out at the plate. So
you'll notice, Steve, that I tried to avoid these road favorites in week 1. I only had one of them in there in one of the teasers. So if this was week 3, I probably just would have laid the 2.5 with the Rams. But I just tried to avoid that in week 1, the road favorites.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Dave being a diehard Panthers fan now?
I don't mind that.
What about the
I don't mind that.
Panthers fan?
It's the Clemson. It's Dave being a fan of like the second best team in the country that is annoying me.
Oh yeah,
like,
I saw you.
Can European people even be fans of college football? Like, how do you pick an American college to root for?
His wife's family is from the Carolinas. So since he is a part of the Keg with us now, and he is getting into football the last couple of years, and especially now with us, he wants to root for teams. So he was like, I'm going to root for where my...
Yeah, I get the Carolina.
Yeah,
I get the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
I don't get why you gave him shit for Clemson. I'm just saying, like,
you can't walk into fandom and be a fan of the defending national champion that's the best team in the country. Fuck off.
That's just straight bandwagon, Jay.
And how's Matt? And how's Max come off being a Bama fan?
Max says I'm not an Alabama fan. I'm a Nick Saban fan. He said if Nick Saban left tomorrow and went to another team, he would not be a fan of Alabama. He would be a fan of whatever team Nick Saban was coaching.
Yeah, you know, I couldn't let my mom know that I bet Alabama all those times last year.
Did you win that money on it? Oh, don't worry about it. It wasn't Alabama.
Pretty much.
It's like you're doing one of these, like, oh boy.
Dude, the hatred is fucking absurd.
Well, listen, I'm just going to say, be careful. Don't hate on Bama too much because Rob is true crimson-blooded.
Well,
he's hanging out in the chat.
And since Rob's a Bama fan, he could appreciate my mom's hatred for them.
Steve, you think Steve,
he knows?
You think they cover the 55.5 tomorrow?
Who are they playing, Jay? I didn't even look.
New Mexico State.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did look. I'm sorry. Actually, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, Rob. Actually, yes, I do.
I think I might have told you guys this story before, but whatever. I'll tell it again. My ex-brother-in-law, my sister's ex-husband, his brother, was a huge Bama fan, and we had Thanksgiving at my sister's house the Saturday after Thanksgiving because, it was the only time we all could get together. So we all got together the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And the Saturday after Thanksgiving is the Iron Bowl. And I show up, and Cornell, my brother-in-law, is watching the fucking Iron Bowl in the garage on this little fucking tube TV or whatever. And I'm like, Cornell, why aren't you just watching that shit in the living room? I mean, I'm sure my mom's got the damn game on. And he goes, nah, man, she can't handle the fact that we kicking their ass. So she kicked me out of the house and told me to watch this game out in the garage. I wasn't welcome to the house until the game was over because she can't handle how Bama's just curb stomping them. Because this was the game where Cam Newton led Auburn from being down 24-0 at halftime to win the game 28-27. And it was the year Auburn won the national title. And he got so fucking mad because he was kicked out of the house at halftime, and then Auburn came back and won the game, and he blamed my mom for that. For him being kicked out of the house was the reason Bama blew that lead and Auburn won, and he
probably threw that tube TV right out of the garage.
He was pissed. He was pissed. The only other time, the funniest thing is like, the only other time since then, I think, like Auburn won the Iron Bowl was that kick 6, where they ran the They ran that field goal. They ran that missed field goal back for a touchdown with no time left. Oh my God. She tagged that video to his Facebook page every fucking day for 2 weeks. She fucking
63-7, Jay.
What?
In Tuscaloosa, 63-7. Final score. You already did first.
Wow. And he says that they cover the 55.
He said 63-7. That's not covered.
Oh yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, that's
55.
56.
Oh yeah, that's 56. He's right.
56.
Oh, you're saying they do cover by 1 point?
Yep.
I mean, I don't really care. I'm not going to lay that many points. I'm going to, if you give me an opportunity to take 55
I'm not saying
points,
I'm laying it.
Okay. Yeah, I just say if you give me an opportunity to take 55 points, I'm taking 55 points. And like I also said before, it comes down to the fact Nick Saban's not an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick Saban's intense. Nick Saban's probably, the greatest college football coach out. I mean, definitely the greatest college football coach out there right now. But he's not a fucking prick. He doesn't run it up on people. Like, once the game's 49-0, 56-0 or whatever, he lets his foot off the gas. Alabama never runs up 70 points on anybody.
We need more asshole coaches like that.
Rob says 56-6.
See, Rob says New Mexico State covers.
New Mexico State scored. I think they scored 7 on Wazoo State last week.
But here's the difference, though, Tyler. This is what I try to explain to people. Mike Leach is an asshole.
Yeah.
I literally watched a game when he who shall not be named was our head coach for Nebraska.
I think I know who I figured that out who to be.
Where Mike Leach's Texas Tech team,
I still don't know who it is.
They were up 60 fucking points, dude. And Texas Tech was still throwing that air raid around. And Texas Tech beat Nebraska like 70-something to 10 or something like that. They beat Nebraska like 65 points. Fucking insane. But they were up by 45, 50 points in the second half. And Texas Tech Mike Leach still had Texas Tech slinging the ball 40 yards downfield.
I agree.
So you can't compare Washington's Mike Leach-led Washington State team, running up the score to Nick Saban. Rob's right. Once that game is 49-0, he's just running the ball up the middle.
Najee Harris is going to pound this ball down their throat.
And there's a margin of victory is part of the selection committee when they're picking the playoff teams.
Oh,
margin of victory is something that they look at.
Oh, they are not going to look at them.
Saban doesn't have to, but Leach does.
We're going to keep Alabama out of the playoff because they only beat New Mexico
that's what
State
I'm saying.
Get the fuck
Saban doesn't have to think about that. Leach does. If Leach realistically wants a chance, he's got to beat the shit out of people. Sorry, Tyler, go ahead.
If all the conferences had one team and went out and go undefeated, which 4 teams make the playoffs?
You mean which conferences have their teams make the playoff?
Yeah. You figure SEC gets one, ACC gets one. Who gets the other 2?
Pac-12 gets left out.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Honestly, though, this is kind of how I want the playoff to be. I want it to be 12 teams. I want the conference champion of the 5 major conferences to get an automatic bid. And then you have, from there on out, you just have the next best teams. So that'll leave you room for, that UCFs of the world. And also, for example, like say some 8-4 team sneaks into a conference title game and gets an upset. It still leaves you room to put like some of the best teams in. And then there you go. And then like the top 4 seeds get a bye, just like the NFL playoffs. The NFL playoffs have those 12 teams. I think the 12-team playoff would be great. Some people say 8, but I say go 12. Go 12 and have the criteria that I just say go 12 and have the criteria be that the top the 5 conference champions of the 5 major conferences get an automatic bid. And not only do they get an automatic bid, they get the top 5 seeds. So that means it's even more important that you win your conference title game because you cannot get a first round bye unless you're a conference champion. What do you think of that idea?
Actually, sounds like a pretty great idea. The only thing is the whole reason why we only have a 14 playoff as opposed to an 18 playoff already is because of the bowl system in place and because the revenue that it generates for the given locales, and nobody wants to let go.
Nobody also wants to play more games and beat their body up.
And then
oh my God. The whole but the whole they got to play more games is complete bullshit. No one cares that the FCS schools are playing more games. No one cares that Division II or Division III are playing more games. Give me a break. That is, they claim that that's the reason, but once you realize that every other level of football, of collegiate football, has a playoff system, and they're playing 14, 15, 16 games by the time they win the title, you realize that that's actually a complete bullshit answer. And what Steve's saying is probably more accurate, is they're too steeped in the tradition of the bowls and they don't want to get rid of the bowls. But I say get rid of the bowls. Why the hell not? Who cares about the buttfucker.com bowl? I mean, do we really need to see two? Yeah, but I don't think we need to see 2 fucking 6-6 Sun Belt teams play in a bowl game no one even knows exists. I don't think anyone's going to miss it.
I say we just ban teams like Notre Dame from bowl season.
Or, you know what? How about this take? Since the bowls don't matter, who cares if there's bowls? Have the playoffs, and then, the who gives a fuck text, all those 6 teams that want to have a bowl game, let them have their bowl games. No one watches them anyway, so who gives a shit? I mean, unless you got money on the fucking GoDaddy Bowl or whatever it's called, I mean, you're not watching the goddamn thing. So
it does have a good point, though, because like the one bowl between LSU and Georgia last year, Georgia thought they should have been in the playoffs. They wanted nothing to do with that. Or no, was it LSU and Georgia? It was Georgia and Texas. Yeah, they wanted nothing to do with that game. They felt like they should have been the 4th team in. The game rolled around. They were like, fuck this game. We ain't playing.
Yeah. Georgia wanted – yeah, you kind of got a point there. And it's one of those things, like the Bulls don't really matter. I mean, I can take them or leave them, but make it the playoff or do what they do now. Like the Orange Bowl is the semifinal and this and that. Just do that with the bowl games. Who gives a shit? If you have to keep the bowl games, make all the bowl games part of the playoffs. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck? Okay, let the goddamn R&L Carriers bowl. Let that fucking shipping company sponsor the quarterfinals. I mean, I don't care. And that's an actual real bowl, guys. You can look it up, the R&L Carriers Bowl. At least it used to be. I don't know if they still promote it.
I gotta figure out when they're playing this buttfuckers game.
Y'all, you never been on buttfuckers.com? Oh, it's a fantastic website. I actually don't know if that exists or not.
I bet it does. There's websites for everything.
I don't know. Like back in the day, you could find websites for everything when it came to porn, but now isn't everything just kind of congregated onto like Pornhub or YouPorn or whatever? I don't know. We're off the rails now again, but
so football.
Yeah, exactly. Houston's coming through for us. That's pretty good. That was a live play given on the show. Houston live -135.
I think I'm going to take Wake Forest right now, up 20 at -19.5 with 1 quarter to play.
So Twatty and I were both on the Yankees today, so that was a loss from the show. Kansas City won, so that was a win from the show. Pittsburgh team total over hit, so that was a win from the show. Texas won, so that was a win for the show.
Good job, man.
There you go.
Our goal is to be
we
up.
were both on the Cubs though, so that's going to be a loss for the show.
Our goal is to be up 365 units by the Super Bowl. That would mean that for the last year we won 1 unit per day. So we're at 2. After tonight's show, we'll be at about 267. So we'll have about 95 units in the next 6 months.
And Matt split his team totals on Philadelphia and Toronto. Toronto lost, Philly won. Looks like the Padres are going to shit the bed on me unless they start getting some runs here. I mean, they're down 3-0, so that's kind of lame. It'd be really nice if the Giants came through at this big plus number that I took them at.
Did that game go over, Mike? Over 2.5 goals?
What game?
That USA Mexico game. Remember, he said take under 2.5.
Oh.
Aaron says 1 unit a day is absolutely amazing, absurdly amazing.
I can attest to that. I've been taking about a unit a day for like about 20 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, here we go with ant shit again.
Jesus Christ! All right, yeah. How many people do we actually have watching this shit show right now?
44.
All right, we got
45.
almost 50 people. All right, so we got FightCast number 25 tomorrow at 10 a.m. The early prelims start at 10:30. The regular prelims start at noon. The main card starts at 3. And so we'll be doing that.
I've been slacking. I got to get my bets in.
We'll be doing that and tag team in college football all day long.
Okay.
So 10 a.m. Eastern. Yes, sir. 11 hours from now. And I got about 5 hours of fight tape to watch, and I haven't slept in a day and a half.
That's Jason Paglia, buddy.
Yes, sir.
You definitely go too hard, buddy, but
I know.
I respect the hell out of you and appreciate the hell out of you for it.
You want to know an interesting statistic?
Of course.
Go for it.
It takes 3 guys to airlock a girl.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Either.
Airlock a girl?
Think about it. It takes 3 guys to airlock a girl.
I know what he's saying.
I got it.
But if you airlock a dude, there's still 3 guys involved.
Can somebody explain that to me?
No.
No.
No, we're gonna leave that one right there.
No.
We're leaving that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna look that closet behind Ant. We're just gonna take it and put it in there.
Oh, fucking Tyler.
Let me just tell you.
Everybody who Jay, you're just gonna have to figure that out later. But the chat seems to get it.
Think orifices, Jay.
Oh,
You know,
airlock. Oh.
He gets it now.
Oh. Aaron says SBR said no to this. No way.
This is exactly what
Aaron,
I was going to
man.
say, dude.
They were like, Jay, you're golden, but everything around you is a shit show. It was like, what do you want from me? I said, I'm doing it 7 days a week. I'm trying.
Yeah. Jeez, Jay. That's all right. We're going to get it, buddy. I'm telling you. We're going to get it, bro. I whenever we get off, Jay, DM me for a little bit. There's a couple of developments I'd like to update you on, and hopefully some things will start coming together here in the not too distant future. So,
Okay.
all right, I won't keep you long. I know you got a lot of shit to do. So, and I will. I assure you not ask you any trivia about airlocking.
I mean, Anthony put it in an interesting way.
Yeah, he kind of like riddled it in there.
I mean, airlocking that's creative as fuck.
I don't even think I've ever heard that term until today.
Did you just make that up, Ant, or?
Huh?
Did you just make that terminology up, the airlock thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Cody is fucking funny, bro. He says when Ant speaks, viewers dip almost below 40. He's got he's got an unhealthy vendetta against Ant, and I have no idea why.
I'll get over it.
Airlocked, huh? That's gonna stick with me all night.
Oh no.
Jay's gonna be watching UFC tape. He's gonna be like, that looks like a fucking airlock right there.
Look at that leg lock. He locked off.
Every time he says the word lock, that's
right
all he's
there.
gonna think about now is airlock.
Oh man, this fucking show.
The Astros are up 7-4. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How are you looking on that Giants bet?
Their Dodgers are up 1-0 in the bottom of the second with 2 outs.
Hey Rob, I'll come over there later.
They had the bases loaded in the first inning and got nothing out of it, so that was kind of disappointing. The Padres now 3-0, but they got a couple runners on, so a home run here will definitely get things looking good. But unfortunately, the pitcher's at the plate, so they'll probably just sashay away out of this inning with nothing.
Wake Forest minus 20.5 right now. They got the ball up 20 with a quarter to play. Do they?
And that dude, Adon, that I was telling you about, Jay, he was saying how something about how fantastic Wake Forest wideout core was looking. Obviously, I couldn't opine. I just, given the, apparent caliber of the capper it came from,
right,
I'd be inclined to give credence, to it.
Right.
All the games. I don't think any of the games, because the only thing I get here, unless I want to burn up my hotspot on my phone, is whatever's on regular television. I'm pretty sure there's nothing on regular television tonight, so that'll be rectified soon. So, excuse me.
Jay, you know what else we got this weekend?
Left turns?
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
On Sunday?
Yeah, buddy.
It's the Brickyard.
It is. You're right. Look at Tyler. I love it.
You got him interested in NASCAR now.
I did.
It's free money. Just watch it till the last 50 laps. See who's got the lead or see who's in second and fucking hammer it and pray to God that nobody else wrecks.
That's about right, Tyler.
That's what I did last week. Eric Jones held that lead out of that wreck. I was like, take my money. If I lose it on this guy's back.
I was on it too, my friend. That's about right.
Did they have Kyle? Was that Kyle or Kurt that was in second?
It was Kyle. Kurt, the guy that we had, Kurt.
Did they?
He led the most laps in the race and shit the bed with about 80 laps to go.
I had $25 on Jimmy Johnson to win that race. It would have won me like $850. And he came barreling up the side before that wreck, and I thought he was going to do it.
Once the live betting starts, it's not a ton of skill involved.
No,
it's the picks before the race.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, MRN.com is the best resource for that. They're called the Motor Racing Network.
Yeah, I think I got Eric Jones at 5-1 when he was in the lead, and then again at 4-1.
Bro, there were 35. You know what was worrying me is that Kyle Larson was right behind him on his ass for like 30 laps. We had Kyle Larson too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with 30 laps to go, you just saw Eric Jones was not losing that race, and they were hanging like plus 400.
And they had Kyle Busch at minus 125 in second place. I was like, I'll take the guy in first.
Yeah.
I actually won one or two races, Jay, this year, just from having, learned from you how essentially to live bet the races. Sometimes I might jump out the window just a little too much, and
Yeah, I'm the
occasionally
same
bet
way.
one.
So don't
Not as
feel
bad as
bad. I'm the
Ryan.
same way.
Sometimes I'll get a third and fourth guy, which cuts my profit, obviously. Particularly when one of the guys or the guy that you pick pre-race ends up
Right.
winning. So, but yeah, just I mean, this is what I say. I mean, no bullshit. When was it Heather Yee? Was that her name? That tweeted out like who are the best guys to sports betting from?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bet,
Yeah.
what's his name? Something Bet Butler. All right, I think is
Yeah.
his handle.
Yeah. Something
He
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
retweeted.
He's a good dude.
He's mad cool, man. He retweeted like a little rundown of the guys from the Keg and the CI, and
Yep.
of course, I threw you out there with JJ, but I mean, for the
JJ is
guys that
totally
are,
down, bro. He's totally down to come hang out next week, Monday or Tuesday, and on SBR too. So he told me just hit him up.
His Twitter cracks me up.
Yeah, he's a funny kid. Tyler, the only thing that fucks you up live betting NASCAR is like if there's a caution flag with 30 laps to go
It jams everyone back together.
And people start to pit, and then all of a sudden you come out of the pits like 7th instead of 1st.
Yep.
That's what fucks you up.
The one thing I notice about that though, Jay, is like if you see that one car is better than those other guys, if he does come out of that pit in 7th, he's gonna push his way right back to the front.
It's just a matter of time of are there enough laps in the race.
Viral video also has some respect for Bet Butler there. Respect to Sucker. I think Bet Butler is British, so that's obviously a good jump off point for hey RK. But
ooh, the Giants have something cooking here in the 3rd inning. Runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out.
Oh, Wake scored. Fuck.
Oh, you're on the under in that, right?
No, I when they were up 20, I was gonna take them at mine. Yeah, I didn't do it, but now they're up 28, I think, or 27.
Hey, D Money, it's a little hard for me to juggle the Twitter when I'm on here, so because I don't know if it'd probably I'd have to close out the stream.
Yeah, so. You gotta, at least on like my phone, you have to close out the stream box.
Yeah.
Oh, D Money bet it, so hopefully he cashes. That's cool. You know what, man? I was perfectly content tonight with not even making a bet. I didn't even make a bet.
Dude, I haven't made a bet other than tailing you the first two the early plays that you sent out.
Right.
And like I said, I bet that a few days ago when I was on the show. I bet the KC minus 3.5.
Oh man, speaking of betting, I don't think there's anything more annoying than going to the sports book 30 minutes before the games start.
Yeah.
And like seeing all the people in like the line because they don't want to use the kiosk because they're not sure how to use them. And you're just kind of like, okay, really? They're like, oh, I don't know how those work. I'm like, you literally just click on It's so weird. It is absurd. Like until you actually go to the sports book and witness it, you will be baffled at like how many.
It's like going to the racetrack, and there's 30 people in line to use the machine that you could use yourself, the computer.
Yeah, like the sportsbook literally has like 8 kiosks, and there would be like 8 people at the 8 kiosks, and then there's like 35 people in line complaining about how they only have 2 cashiers.
Yep.
And I'm like, go use the fucking kiosk. And I was actually getting mad because you can't cash your tickets out on the kiosk. You have to use the cashier to cash out your ticket. I was just trying to cash out my ticket, and I have like all these people in front of me with like they're in line writing down the rotation number for the game they want to put in like an 18 parlay for $10. and I'm like, well, why don't you just go over to the kiosk and bet it? Oh, I don't know how that works. I'm like, is that a money line parlay you're doing?
Man, why don't you just start holding them all? You should go down the line with the paper and pen, take everybody's $10 and write out their 18 parlays and say, I'll pay you $10 more than what the book pays you.
And then just keep their money because they're not.
You'll never pay one out ever.
No, he would get hit with the first one.
It'll be free. It'll be free gas money for life.
Take it from Jay, the guy who knows.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, exactly.
Jay, I'm serious. Like I always knew a lot of people love to bet parlays, right? I didn't realize the percentage of actual bets at the.
It's ridiculous.
Casinos, the percentage of parlays. I mean, I just assumed, like, oh well, a lot of people like to bet parlays, but most people still just straight bet.
Everyone sees that little plus number, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
I was so wrong, Jason.
There are guys I work with. They'll be like, "What are you betting this weekend?" And I'll tell them.
And that's why people love the lottery, bro. They say, "Wait a minute, I could bet $20 to win 3,000. All I got to do is hit 10 in a row. I'm in." That's what they think.
I was dumbfounded, like literally, because you could see their bet on the screen because you have to like look at the screen and tap it to confirm that that's your bet. So I could see these people's bets, and it's parlay.
Have you laughed in somebody's face yet? Because you're such a dickhead. I could see it. No, I could see Ant behind somebody laughing.
Ant leaning over someone's shoulder at the kiosk. That's a dumbass.
Just chuckling.
Money in the fucking garbage.
Yeah. No, I did actually roll because this dude was making some MLB plays yesterday, and he was just like running down. He was just telling the teams he wanted to bet, and I kind of looked over because like one of them was like a -3 under favorite. I think it was like the. I think it was like the Astros or something like that. I was just like, I just looked over. I'm like, you know the number, right? I'm like, what the fuck? That was another one, Jay, because I remember when you were talking about how you used to run books, right? And people would just always bet the favorites in baseball. I don't think these people realize what -300 or -250 means.
No.
They're literally just throwing down their $50 and go, well, I want to bet the Yankees. And they don't even look at the number or ask about it. So
if you notice, pay attention, 9 out of every 10 people that make a straight bet in that casino on football will either take the favorite or the over. Nobody takes the points, and nobody takes an under.
Because unders aren't fun to root for.
Yep.
Two things.
You're right. Unders are not fun to root for, especially when you're betting on soccer. I'll bet unders in soccer, but it's very difficult to watch a game that you have an under on because there's so much stress. It's so stressful.
People's rationale. Go ahead.
No, I just say, like, when you bet an under in soccer, like, anytime the ball gets towards the penalty box, you're in, like, sheer terror. You don't want a penalty called. You don't want to – it's just, like, it's heart-racing. There's actually more – if you want intensity in your gamble, right, there's more intensity in an under than an over in soccer.
The normal person's rationale is a lot like when Twatty says – I bet good teams. I don't bet bad teams. The normal person is saying, well, I want the better team. The Chiefs are better than the Jaguars. The Saints are better than the Texans. Give me the better team. I don't care if I have to lay the points. I want the better team. And that's why everybody bets favorites.
Yeah, I see that. And you know, and like I said, I was just dumbfounded that people were like you were saying when everyone bets favorites, when you said everybody would bet the favorites in baseball. And then I'm looking at this and people are throwing down $50 or $30. I mean, these people are not betting a lot of money. They're betting $30 risk
to win
on like
$3
on a minus 250, minus 300. And I'm like, I don't even think they realize when they make that bet that they're literally only going to win like $10 if it hits.
Exactly.
I'm like, you know, you're kind of like, that bet's not even going to pay for your fucking food. You know what I mean? Like, it's like $12 for the burger and fries. I'm like, you win that bet, it won't even pay for your food.
It's like, good job. You just tip the valet driver for going to get your car.
Yeah. Winning that bet pays for the tip. It's that.
So 2 observations. First,
that's funny.
Ant is not a dickhead. He's a unit head. Okay. Secondly, the beautiful thing of that long line of ignorant people is, in my opinion, that it lends itself to the likelihood that we are involved in the early stages of what is going to be a tremendous expansion in the gambling industry, period. That there are so many people that are completely ignorant of how to understand the lines properly, how to use a kiosk, which is, I would assume, essentially the
everywhere in the
legalized
world
sports betting equivalent of using your computer to bet on an international sports book. So it says to me,
exactly. Those kiosks are not hard to figure out. If you've ever bet on, like, if you ever gone to Bet 365 or Five Dimes, or you know, if you have a local bookie with a paperhead site, right? That is the equivalent of using those kiosks.
And do you know what I found out today? None, and I mean like not one of the European books have teasers like for the NFL.
Huh.
I was trying to figure out, because Alex was like, "What is a teaser? We don't have that." And I'm like, "How many books do you have?" And he's like, "About 10." He checked them all. That what they have to do is basically bet like the Asian handicap in football. Like, you would have to turn it from Dallas -7 to Dallas -1 on the Asian handicap at like -330.
Jesus.
And then you would have to take like,
you have to parlay it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is, but -330, that's a worse odds, because
that's what I was trying to tell them. I'm like, my odds are 1.91 to win 2.0. I'm like, these odds are fucking crazy. Like, you're trying to make these bets in Europe, but you're fucking yourself.
Yeah, because a teaser is essentially you're buying points at -245. Yeah, it's like -245, a 2-point teaser at -110. Yeah, -110 is a parlay of 2 -245 sides. I believe that's the math on that one. You can correct me if I'm wrong. If someone can do the math real quick for that and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what the equivalent of -110 is. If you parlay 2 -245 favorites, that comes out to -110. So when you buy points, when you buy 6 points in an NFL game, you're basically laying -245.
Right.
Yeah. So for them to do that and go -330 and then have to parlay that, their odds are fucking horrendous.
Right. And they were like, they wanted me to call it an alternative spread accumulator bet. And I'm like, bro, this is not right. How do you not have teasers? like they thought I was talking Chinese. They were like, "What the fuck is a teaser?"
A teaser's like the most popular NFL bet outside.
I told them, I said it's literally the most popular NFL football bet in the United States. How do you not know that? I said it's not on Bet365. They're like, no.
Hey, the Padres coming back. They just got a couple of runs in. It has to be on Bet365. Bet365 is in the North American book.
It is now. New Jersey has it, but maybe it's different. It's a different one that they use over there.
Wow. Well, I mean, when like I'm at my sports book, right? And they have I could bet over 2.5. I could bet both teams to score. I asked them to be able to parlay that together. I asked them, hey, I want, because it was the Atalanta game with who did Atalanta play again? Torino. It was Atalanta Torino, and I liked the over 2.5, but the over 2.5 was like minus 150 something, minus 160, and the both teams' to score was also like minus 140. So I'm like, can you guys parlay that for me? They laughed. They're like, are you seriously asking us to parlay both teams to score with an over in the same match? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, try again.
Right.
You know? But in fucking Europe, every goddamn European book is like, ooh, parlay over 2.5 and
I
why
can't.
the hell not? Parlays
can't.
are amazing.
I can't do that on FanDuel or DraftKings. It has to be a different game.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I started talking. So I guess our views were down. But you know, I just thought
that's what Cody was talking about, Jay, I think.
But like I was serious. I wanted to see if they'd actually let me do it, because I kind of had a feeling they weren't going to let me do it, because it's a correlated parlay, and American sports books are not exactly favorable to correlated parlays. And they're like, yeah, you can't fucking do that. But I wound up laying the number on the both teams to score that game. But I was able to take an alternate over 3.5 at like plus 180 in that game, which turned out to be fucking amazing because it was a 3-2 final. So over 3.5 at plus 180 totally hit. And both teams scored totally hit. I'm just going to say that right now. Both teams score in Atalanta games is probably going to be a bet I'm going to make every week.
Hey, Jay.
Yep.
Are you on that Clemson game anyway? Because, 16.5 just seems a bit steep.
I mean, it was 18.5. That's the problem. And it was 17.5 or 17 the last 2 days.
Yep.
At 17, I think Texas A&M is live. I think it's a good bet.
Okay.
Not at 16.
You think at 17? You think at plus 17? Holy shit, are you there?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, my phone's one of my apps, Twitter is acting weird, and it just like closed my my feed of the show. So you guys probably lost my camera.
Like Ant said, they lost by 2 last year. Okay. And Trevor Lawrence looked really tight. He threw 2 interceptions last week against Georgia Tech. He only threw 4 picks the entire year last season. He's hearing the hype that he's the best prospect in the last 10 years. So I think 17. Kellen Mond looks like a fucking beast. I think 17.
Oh yeah, I liked him last year too. Yeah. And you're talking about a coach for for Texas,
Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, Jimbo Fisher. That's really familiar with the scheme at Clemson. So I mean, because these were coaches that went head to head for what? I guess Jimbo was at Florida State for like 6-7 years.
Yeah, the ACC. Yeah, for a while.
And they typically meet in the ACC championship game. So
do you see any 17s? You know what sucks is you could have got 17.5 yesterday. You could have got 17 this morning.
I'll look. Sometimes even
DraftKings has 17 minus 106.
Well, that's beautiful. I can't really look right now because I'm not on the computer, and I'd have to close out the show to check on the phone because I have all the apps on this, all the websites stored in this phone. So, bookmaker offers BTTS and over 2.5. Oh, he's talking about soccer. Yeah, but I don't know. It just seemed excessive to me. With the Jimbo Fisher coach team, I understand they're playing at Clemson, and Clemson's arguably the best team in the nation. I know they're ranked number 1. They just won a championship.
Giants tie it up, 1-1. Get a home run.
But
nice.
I saw the 16.5, and it just looked too much.
That game worries me.
What's the live line on the Giants right now, Ant?
What?
What's the live line on that game?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let me look. I have to pull it up. I don't have the
plus
website up
plus
right now.
280.
Plus
should I
280.
should I take him at plus 280? Are they worth a shot?
You're getting a better number than me pregame. I got them plus 255.
I'll ride that with you.
The Giants always play the Dodgers tough. It's like it doesn't matter what the records are. I mean, especially since lately, because the Dodgers have been a significantly better team than the Giants for about 3 years now. But it doesn't matter. The Giants always play the Dodgers tough. I've cashed multiple times taking the Giants at big plus numbers against the Dodgers over the last year or two. Just because of that, because the Dodgers are such a higher power rated team than the Giants. The Dodgers still have that big favorite number, and the Giants just don't seem to give a fuck. The Giants still play them tough and still win a lot of games against them. It's kind of crazy.
I bet it for a half unit.
All right, so let's root that in.
How long are you going to be on, Jay? Because I need to go get alcohol. It's 10:30 at night, and I haven't drank yet, and it's Friday.
I am going to get off.
Whoa!
If you guys want to keep it going, you can. You're interviewing him next episode on what show, Nick? It's funny you say that because next week for the UFC 243 pay-per-view, Dave and I, we're going to do a show, a standalone MMA show for
actually,
like an hour and a half.
Actually, I might go down to the sports book to get my bets in now instead of tomorrow morning, because that conversation we just had where I mentioned the long-ass lines.
Yeah, you're going to have a line fucking 50 people long.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean for the kiosk? Because let me find out. You're waiting in the same line and you're breaking everybody's balls for waiting in.
No, even the kiosk will probably have a long line. College football.
Yeah,
it is going to suck. It is going to suck though if I'm down there. If I'm down there on Sunday, because I like to bet teasers. I like to bet teasers Sunday morning to get as close to the closing line as possible. So that is going to kind of suck if I have to wait in line in order to get my teasers in. Because
we got
almost all of my NFL bets.
Were you on the show when we took that plus 600 underdog Kama Worthy in the fight, and he actually won?
Was that the guy that caught him with the right hand and knocked him out?
Yeah, I contacted him. And he's going to come on the show next week.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? And Dave's wife got Glaber Torres to not Glaber Torres.
The Yankee?
No, not Glaber Torres. What the fuck am I saying?
That's what I was about to ask you. What the fuck are you talking about? Glaber Torres?
I can't think of his name right now. Hold on, let me check. He's on the rankings. I'm having a fucking brain fart. Glover Teixeira. Okay. Yeah, Dave's wife got Glover Teixeira and Rocky Pennington to wish him a happy birthday. So we got an in for them to come on the MMA show. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really cool. So
that's so awesome that she did that. I mean,
isn't that what a great idea for a birthday present, right?
No
How often
doubt,
is it?
man. Why can't we all have wives like that?
Bro, that's exactly what I said to him. I said, "You got a
lucky
great
man."
wife." So we're gonna get those three on in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. So it should be
pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
In the words of Eric Cartman, sweet.
All right, so I'm out because I gotta eat something, watch 5 hours of fight tape, and sleep 4 hours before I get up and do this all over again. So if you guys want to continue, you could. If not, I'll end it now.
I was about to say, I
continue on what? I mean, are we going to live bet? I'm not live betting any of these.
All right. So
money on them.
We'll call it a night then. I'll be back at like 10:30 in the morning for the fight cast. So I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow.
I'll see you in the morning, Jay.
All right, bro.
Later, fellas.
All right.
This is KegCast 157. We're back after this.
Later, Tyler. Gogi.